AAA game.
You gonna like the game looks beautiful. I said, but as soon as you start riding your motorcycle, right, and you press that R2 button, and you don't feel no feedback from that, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is?
You know,
How is this a AAA?"
you know, I brought this up, in 2019 on a YouTube video I did a long time ago saying, will the DualSense take off? And part of the premise of that video was, um, Sony's never going to let it die, right? Sony first party are always going to be pushing this and showing the excellence of the DualSense. But in order to get those developers fully on board, I think Sony needs to flex their muscle a little bit and say, make a stipulation for these AAA games that if you want to appear in their digital
Yo, Chico, why
storefront.
you talk like a dictionary? My fault. Go ahead.
Test.
Let me train.
Yo, Chico with a fake laugh. He said, he said,
That's funny as hell.
I'm at work, so the code switch.
It's not like you're talking to a dictionary / thesaurus, so the discrepancy within the parameters of the barometer makes me feel elated to be thinking that there's going to be.
He said,
listen, man, I'm at 9 to 5, so the code switching usually stays on, right?
Got you.
But what I was just saying was, I think Sony needs to flex their muscle a little bit and really push DualSense and say, if you want to appear in our digital storefront, if you're selling a $60-$70 full price game and you want to appear in our digital storefront, then it must have DualSense functionality. And at the end of the day, yeah, these developers, Sony gets a 30% cut or whatever the cut is for the sale of third-party games being distributed through their store, but it would be more of an incentive for a developer or a publisher to not have their game featured in the PlayStation Store. Like, Sony needs to do a better job of pushing DualSense beyond simply showcasing what it can do. Like, at the end of the day, you would think that would be enough, but it's also one extra step that third-party developers must take who are creating a multi-platform game for more resources, more personnel, more time involved, and at a similar or same price point as the competitor who those features don't translate over to. So Sony really needs to do a better job of flexing their power of making games appear in the storefront and ensuring that those features of the PS5 are being used. And
yeah, but the thing about that, like especially with the DualSense, a lot of developers have already come out and said they actually love the features of the DualSense and are implementing them. But again, I think just with this Gotham Knights, and I think I do agree. I think maybe some other developers need to get on board with that. But if we're looking at how many developers are actually using the DualSense, there's a lot more using it than I think aren't.
But Persona, they might be using it, but not in meaningful ways. Some that you wouldn't even remember. Like if I told you that fucking Guardians of the Galaxy had DualSense features, none of us remember that shit. They were almost non-existent, other than the stupid half R2 press that didn't work half the time. We see a lot of big third-party games not using DualSense, whether in meaningful ways.
But the thing is, does every game need to utilize the DualSense? Why is that a big deal?
But why not?
Because it's a feature of the PlayStation. I definitely do agree with Chico
not
that.
Only is it
Absolutely. I just want to say, absolutely, every game needs to use.
One at a time. Hold on, guys. One at a time. Hold on.
Here's Kadeem's question, right? to answer your question, right? In my opinion, you could almost show me any game. Right? I'm not even the most creative individual in the world, but I'm a big believer and lover of DualSense, right? And I could tell you by looking and experience a game, like, okay, you could have this here, you could have this here. Wow, this would really be enhanced with this. It doesn't take a fucking genius to almost look at any gaming experience and see how it could be the level of immersion can be improved because of DualSense. So yes, every game should have DualSense, especially a big budget AAA $60 or $70 game. It's inexcusable.
I agree 100%. Hey, you gonna definitely in a game like Gotham, it's so much more highlighted that's due to what's going on in the game, and it's just disappointing that like I can crash into a car or crash into a building, and I don't feel that feedback from it.
I mean, ultimately,
it's
I
weird.
want to be able to hook up a second DualSense and a co-pilot feature and just be able to sit on it while I game. Never mind.
Whoa, you get a little freaky
hey,
right there.
yo. Hey, yo.
That's that Florida shit.
Yeah.
That's that
Yeah,
Florida
he was
shit.
giving y'all dude sense tips
Boy,
and
trying to
tricks.
fuck the controller. You
Oh,
gotta be
my fault. You see, I
Hey.
forgot you from Florida. My fault.
Wait a minute. I'm from Florida. Chill out, relax.
My fault. Oh, my fault. All
Yeah, look
right,
at all these
right.
Florida
Let me
dudes
fall,
up in here.
let me fall back. Let me fall back. Let me fall back.
No one of the space went left.
We
All them
outnumbered. We outnumbered, Barry. Let me fall back. Let me fall back.
But y'all New York niggas keep coming to Florida, so you talking about your own people.
Hey, man, I ain't going to Florida. I ain't going to Florida.
All New Yorkers be moving to Florida.
We in there for vacation, brother. That's it. We
Facts.
out of there.
For vacation and the ladies. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
Hey, listen.
I got some nice mommies down
So
there.
he admitted the South got better women in New York.
Tangent go by in this space.
The South got finer women than the East Coast.
Yeah, I get that, but yo, you out here giving do some tips and tricks.
She a bad chick on the East
Yeah,
Coast.
man.
She'll smoke
What going on? Hey, yo, listen, yo, y'all
Hey,
gonna
yo, Barry, is it raining out in New York, man? I see some rain outside. Oh no, that's your list.
Oh yeah, you got that
Damn,
tips.
what am I doing
There you
that
go.
Damn, I felt that all the way over here, brother. Damn, Barry, man.
Hey, that's what you need to do when you talk to these lawyers. Like, listen, I give you some tips and tricks. they gonna pack your ass up. Like, go send them home.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, they'll pack you up right there, bro. So you good. But nah, another thing I want to talk about here, we kind of alluded to it a bit, is PlayStation having no showcase for the PlayStation 5. So we have some separate games being announced here, and we had like a rumor or a tip and trick from Millie A. If you guys don't follow her or know her, she pretty much said that PlayStation was scheduling or had a showcase scheduled this what's today? Friday? Yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday. Having a PlayStation showcase where it was going to showcase a whole bunch of games from first party and third party, but they plan to postpone it or delay it due to them not wanting to strengthen Microsoft's argument when it came to the Activision Blizzard deal. How, as PlayStation fans, you feel about that? You know what I mean? Because I think there's some truth to what what Millie A said, because we just got random Silent Hill announcement. Well, I don't know if it was random. Was that random or that was already?
No, it was random.
That was random.
No, that was random.
I ain't
Okay.
hear no news. I ain't see no articles.
I feel cheated. I feel cheated as a PlayStation fan because they need to stand on business and come with the games that they got. Like, I feel like the games, the SOCOMs, the kill zones, or make something brand new that can stand toe to toe with Call of Duty. I mean, if Microsoft could put Halo out, even with it's bad and it's another game that once they just do it out, not just do it out, that they released it incomplete, but it still got a thriving. It still got. I wouldn't go that far, but it still got a thriving community behind it that's supporting it. You know what I'm saying? Not as big as they want it, but they still standing on it. I'll say Xbox has stood on. All right, our games ain't as good, so we need to get some of these other places. These other places going down got sexual misconduct and abuse and all that. So we gonna bring them over here and we gonna get some order. Or otherwise, we not gonna have Call of Duty, because if Activision didn't step in and check Bobby Kotick, you know what I'm saying, and didn't do what they doing, even with Bethesda and trying to help them with their online and their infrastructure, because they got the infrastructure down pat. I don't see an Xbox game coming out being buggy as hell or whatever the case may be online, and you can say that. But I'm disappointed as a PlayStation. No, I'm talking about just across the board. Of course they had some. I'm talking about online. I'm saying, as far as the infrastructure of Xbox Live getting on compared to PlayStation.
Are you serious?
It's
They just had a big outage like 2 months ago. What are you talking about, brother?
just because they got
2-3 months ago.
But it ain't been as bad as PlayStation in, what was that, 20, what year was that when they had the big PlayStation? It ain't been as bad, and it's been well.
The one and only time.
Brother,
Yeah.
what?
Just that.
There's still
brother.
as far as a couple days compared to a couple months.
He did Uncharted. So there's empirical evidence behind this that actually states that Xbox has experienced more frequent and longer outages than PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected. But what I'm saying is, more people. Well, the reason why we have online is because of Xbox and because of them taking the green. Yeah, the reason why we have online the way it is today is because
you heard what he said. He stuttered.
Brother, what does this have to do with the conversation?
But what I'm saying is, PlayStation realized at the beginning when they were over there with Xbox, that Call of Duty, when they saw the success, they said, "Oh, we got to get in on it." So now they rested on their laurels. They came out with Killzone. It didn't do what they wanted to do. They came out with Resistance. It didn't do what they wanted to do. So
I'm going to stop you right there, brother. I'm going to stop you right there. It's time to pull the papers. Are you verifiable?
Yes. Yeah, for real.
All right.
Come on, man.
Hey, yo, listen. I know. Listen, I don't even need to see his PSN. I know who
Go ahead. I ain't see the whole name. I think it was DJ something else. My fault. Go ahead. All right. I'm gonna pull back.
So they saw.
Oh damn! I messed up your name, brother. It ain't Killzone. It's Killzone. Oh man.
Yeah. OWN.
Oh, you looking at the name right now? Hold up, brother. Hold up. You see, hold up. You
got
see?
him.
So my shit still stand.
I flipped it. No, it was GONE, but I flipped it.
He got
because of the ending of because of the story of Killzone 3. Like, we ain't gotta go into that right now. We'll do that later. But what I'm saying,
we can go in right now, brother.
Yeah, go. I was gonna say you had
the name. I flipped it. Hold on. I flipped it to Killzone OWN, killing all ill expectations and owning up to what you set out to do. Because in Killzone 3, when they killed Vasari and they thought that they had won, the ISA left them for dead and everything else. And
we gonna you good.
So back to what I was saying about Sony. Sony
quick Google search.
We don't have to invest all this money if we keep breaking bread with Activision. So then when they figured out, because at first they was like, oh, cool, we cool with it, it's all good. But then when they realized that when they came out and said that Modern Warfare was gonna be on Game Pass, they was like, oh, hell no. And that's when you start seeing the pushback. Because now they are afraid that everybody's gonna trade their PlayStation in as a Call of Duty fan and go get Game Pass and not buy it on the PlayStation. Which is ludicrous.
On my Xbox.
That's what I'm trying to say. They are afraid of that within the next couple of entries, even though Xbox said that it's gonna still be on cross-platform, because why would they lose out on money, right? Because that's like a third of the market gone. PlayStation just want to take over the trap. They want to keep it the way it is. They want to keep that Call of Duty off of Game Pass. They even wrote it in the contract that they had because they are that scared of Game Pass. Why would we have PlayStation?
No. You really do realize that they're gonna absolutely remove Call of Duty off PlayStation if the deal goes through.
No, they can't, because if the FCC
they
and the FCC
absolutely can. Even the CMA said it themselves. Deals can be what's called negated. A lot can be broken. Loopholes can be found. You should really.
But if they so you think they're gonna risk being investigated by the feds just to put Call of Duty in front of everybody? Because you can't sign a monopoly. That's a monopoly agreement. And if that's the case, monopolistic agreement. You can't sign the paperwork saying that you're gonna keep this across all the platforms and then turn around and just put it on your platform, because then they're gonna have to have the feds come and investigate it. That's the last thing.
No, but what Omar said is correct. What Omar said is correct, because it came out. This is why Jim Ryan turned down the current that Xbox that offered them, saying that Call of Duty would remain on PlayStation, but up until 2027. After 2027, whatever in the contract, they didn't really go in depth as far as what's going on. Maybe they need to put Game Pass on PlayStation to keep it on PlayStation or something like that. We don't know, but Jim Ryan said that contract was inadequate, and this is the reason why this back and forth and all that stuff you see in there.
Yeah. So the fact that you even think that what's called Microsoft would quote unquote honest a deal like that, dude, is the same company
Well, they're not
that
just breaking. Well, they're not just breaking. They're not just breaking the agreement. They breaking the law. If they go and sign the paperwork with the FCC and the FCC, that's a law abiding contract. It's not just a business deal.
again, CMA literally said that laws can be broken and deals can be changed and also loopholes can be fixed.
I forgot the question I asked.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm curious when we
I went
read
and
it.
looked up the article. I just seen that article.
How the fuck we get from? I don't even know what we were talking. Bro, we were talking.
No,
we were talking about
the PlayStation Showcase.
No,
PlayStation not doing
they
showcase.
No.
And you like
We were talking about the PlayStation. Hold on. Wait, pause.
What in
We were
the
talking about
world?
PlayStation. We were talking about PlayStation Showcase, and y'all motherfuckers talking about CMA and this Activision game.
No,
What are y'all doing?
what I was getting to, Barry, was they gonna hide the fact that it's like
I'm
50%
not going. What is wrong with you, yo?
My bad, y'all. I'm still, like I said, your voice is coming underneath me.
I would take that.
It's the app. My
But
bad. I'm getting used to everybody's voice.
Sony, he got a list now.
I don't got no list, bro.
But what I'm saying is,
No,
PlayStation gonna hide everything that they got going on until the deal is finalized, because Microsoft can come back and say, "Oh, you got Silent Hill exclusive. Oh, you got this game." That's what they doing. Exactly.
Okay.
So they gonna do it. It's no secret. They gonna let everybody else. That's why you seeing a Silent Hill showcase. Silent Hill ain't had no damn showcase.
That's what that's what I was asking, like, as PlayStation fans. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to agree with the business saying that? Oh,
Hell no. But it's business. And that's what I said earlier. Business is business. It's cutthroat. It's shady. It's BS. And this is the type of stuff that goes on. One person wanna throw a rock and hide their hand. The other person wanna act like they ain't got no they wanna act like they ain't got no sin and they ain't doing the first harm. It's business. And go ahead, Omar.
Here's the thing with this whole situation. PlayStation is fucked up for doing so. I've been saying it, you've been saying it, buddy. And people were telling me to be patient. Hey, I'm gonna call you out, Morgan. You said they're gonna do a showcase. Hey, I'm waiting on that showcase. Also, you said most of the time they do their what's called breakdown. Yeah, because she was the one that most adamant on my podcast that they are gonna do a showcase. I'm just being.
They were going to do a showcase.
Well, clearly they're not.
Yeah, but that's what Millie. Yeah, that's like the rumor. The rumor is that, which I honestly I believe it, because when you look at this week feels like an E3 week. They announced the Edge release date and price. They announced Silent Hill 2 remake. They announced the release date for Resident Evil, and they released the Final Fantasy 16 new trailer. I believe all of that was slated for a PlayStation showcase that clearly PlayStation postponed. This week was too good of a week for there not to be a showcase. So I definitely believe that there was definitely a showcase.
And I'm gonna throw this in there too. Real quick. I think also with Street Fighter, I don't know if either because of the relationship that they have with Capcom. I bet you they once they found out that Xbox, even before or after we found out as the public, I bet you that's why they let Street Fighter 6 go multi-platform. Because I bet you if they could have had Street Fighter 6 exclusive like they had Street Fighter 5 and they bought Evo, they would have. But Call of Duty makes way more money than Street Fighter. They don't want to be called a hypocrite.
No, I think Street Fighter 6 is
I
now.
disagree. I think Capcom. I disagree. So the misinformation with Street Fighter 5 is that PlayStation actually funded a good portion of that game. That's why it was exclusive. But now that Capcom is in a much better position financially, they were like, all right, we don't
they
really
turned
need
it down. Okay.
Yeah, they don't really need PlayStation to fund Street
PlayStation
Fighter
is like
6,
marketing
so,
the game anyway and all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. PlayStation still has the marketing, but I wholeheartedly, I'm not surprised that Street Fighter 6 is multi-plat because the other ones were. This 5 was just because, Capcom was on the verge of closing their doors, and PlayStation helped them out.
Yeah, y'all buying them remakes and all that, man.
I stand corrected. We helping them out. I stand corrected. But I was just looking more so because of the marketing and then because of the way they position all of this stuff right here. Y'all seem to be on the up because they making it seem like this just happened recently. It ain't been in the tuck, but it's probably been in the tuck for a while. They just got to position it. It's just like a husband hiding all this money when he acting like he broke when he gets divorced. Like they gotta hide all the money. It's 50 Cent putting he broke, spilling out the money on the floor. That's exactly what's going on here with Sony. As a Sony, a fan of Sony, day one, I'm disappointed.
DJ, you've been with these technologies. First it was killing multiple birds with stone and
Man, David.
I'm straight, man. Everything is cool with me. I'm straight. No, I'm just using those that's those analogies. Like divorce and kill two birds. That's some old analogies.
You got one stone and one sling. I feel you.
You said it right there.
Yeah, people not complaining about PlayStation because PlayStation got they got PlayStation features. Does the loading time is fast? Is it loading fast with PlayStation? Do that play that? There's a lot of racks on the screen.
I'm saying it's loading time is normal. I don't think making use of that it's not outworking like that yet. But when it comes to the haptics, it's absolutely in there and phenomenal. It absolutely adds to the what's called the immersion. What you want to say?
No, I didn't play.
You said the haptics is phenomenal. That's what you said. You need a little crack or something.
There's a lot of other people here. This is other people. Papa, what up?
Papa G, man. What's going on? How you guys doing? Goody, man. I remember from Chuck Space, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been seeing you guys having these conversations. I scratched my throat. Man, I can't wait for you to but he was talking about how you have you were about to ask.
Which topic we talking about now? What?
I forgot because when they were talking about the Microsoft thing, that kind of threw me off a little bit.
We're all there. Now I'm joking. Now we talking about PlayStation not having a showcase because there was a rumor going around that they're not doing a showcase because of the whole Activision and Blizzard acquisition of Microsoft, and they don't want to give Microsoft any upper hand as far as their arguments. Right. So having a showcase right now would look bad for PlayStation because they're going to be showcasing a whole bunch of exclusives that they're, trying to. And Microsoft was saying that, we're trying to compete, so let this deal go. Look at all exclusive PlayStation. They're holding back, even though they had about I want to say like 3 different showcases that went on today, or shows that went on this week.
And I agree with like Persona, like calling it like a soft E3, like a soft like Tokyo Game Show. That makes perfect sense. It was like game showcases, game announcements, hardware announcements. Like just this week kind of feels like that.
Yeah. Y'all even forgot about the Deuce's Edge. Yeah, Deuce's Edge. The
Have you guys
VR
talked about
stuff
that yet?
Not here in this show.
Okay.
People have their little fake outrage when it comes to and BG. Listen, BG tried to kick me in my shit because I want another controller. But this man bought 16 copies of Resident Evil 4 yesterday. You know what I mean?
BG got no room to talk.
But he called me a
like
weirdo.
$500. That man spent like $600 yesterday on one game. Absolutely not.
The man bought an Xbox Series X version, and he only got an Xbox Series console. But he want to call me a weirdo because I was an extra controller. The hard drive
And I love that. The price is not my favorite, but I just like the features of that controller.
Yeah, I did a DualSense Edge is gonna be fire. This is my issue with PlayStation. This is my issue with PlayStation is that we announced the controller, but you gotta showcase. Like you should have had like Last of Us factions ready to go. You know what I mean? Oh, look, DualSense controller. Hey, you want a reason why you want to get it? Look at Last of Us faction. You know what I mean? Like that. This marketing, this generation is off. Yo, hire me, man. Hire me. Let me get a second job. I do part time. I would do it part time.
That's easy. I had a question about the feedback or a comment about like the feedback, like having feedback. I think like you would see more because like with your app shit.
Xbox holding us back.
Because if you're actually we're both gonna make it on Xbox, we're making it on PlayStation, before you even let the ball go. The Xbox before you kinda can't have that. It doesn't have that built in those features, right?
Last gen control.
How many did I say? An active object, and then when you apply the code, you must take them off the exact same thing. So go ahead and change that.
That's fine. I just don't get like. Think about this site, right? If I have these features in first-party games, it's almost like this.
Chico ordering Chinese food in the background. What's he doing?
Chico, you in the office on his face, bro?
This man said, "Let me get a chicken fried rice." What did you say, Chico?
Hey, yo, mute your mic, Chico. Yo, Chico, how the fuck you in the office? At least go into the hallway or into the quiet area or something. My man is in the office.
That's a Florida dude for real. He
Hey, yo, Flat.
Hey, that man wildin' on the office.
That man in the office, in a space, talking about the parameters of the parameter.
That boy got the Google Glass.
Yeah, for real. You say, yo, he touched his eyelash. He unmuted. I'm like, what's going on? I respect that.
Man, kick him out. He ain't no boss. Come on, man.
But go ahead.
PlayStation deleted that tweet.
Which tweet is it?
The Sony tweet. My fault. We don't talk about that.
Oh, the whole bluff one.
The bluff, yeah. I screwed good, yo. Because they know.
Why are you picking this up yet?
Everybody told them. Oh, all right. You know what? All right.
Omar gonna check you every time.
Hey, I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. Sorry about it.
Go ahead, Papa. I ain't gonna talk about that.
No, I think that. First party game. Like that's almost like what makes first party, right? Instead of it being like a third party versus like you just playing it but instead of having all that stuff like that. Because I would love
Fuck.
Yeah, some developers don't want to do the extra work because I agree with developers. The baseline, the common denominator is the Series S control, console or whatnot, right. And that's what they going to baseline and develop from. So some games they will have like one feature from the DualSense that they use it, but everything else is not being used or utilized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess it's extra work for them, but it sucks. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? It is what it is. It does suck, and we want it being implemented more in these games. I agree with Chico when he said that it should be PlayStation should be mandating this a little bit more, or let them know like start putting these features in here.
Jay Bart, I referenced it earlier just really briefly. When I made that video in 2019, I was very skeptical about the DualSense taking off despite wanting it to. And the reason I said so was this. If I point to the Xbox Connect, right, which was bundled with the Xbox One, which I actually was a fan of the Connect and think it was underutilized, and the implementation of how it could improve gaming could have been big.
Escape immediately with the information you've acquired so far.
That Sony pulled out their commanded or their box-in PlayStation camera to undercut Xbox sales by $100 just minutes before their E3 reveal after Xbox had developers that all we need to do is develop Connect-like features for the game, and then we'll apply unanimously. Then I just one time would have taken off, or at least been away. And that was my fear when I looked back in 2019. Are publishers going to say, are we going to do that? And this is before the $70 price actually came out. But my whole premise was, are publishers and developers willing to put in additional manpower, time, energy, and resources for something that's only available on one platform when the game sells at the exact same platform? We're still kind of in that same boat. The number of years that have been in from Descendant to Returnal to Death Stranding Director's Cut, there's not a lot. So I still have this cautious optimism, but once again, because it's not a unanimous experience across both major platforms, Xbox and Sony, the fear of it, no matter how great of a technology it is, the fear of it being adopted going forward and being utilized this current generation is still up in the air unless Sony does something about it.
True.
Yeah.
I just don't know if asking only Sony to do it grants this future that you're talking about, because you just spoke about how it, like the eye camera on PlayStation was adopted. We'd be in a totally different world where those universal elements are adopted versus asking just one side to be like, hey, even though you're going to release the version on Xbox naked without any controller features, I want, when I parry on this FromSoft game on PlayStation, I want to hear the parry in the controller.
But let's not forget, right? Sony can be powerful enough, and we've seen it several times, to drive innovation forward all by themselves. Because I'll tell you what, the haptics, even though Nintendo had haptics first, but the way that Sony uses the haptics will 100% become the industry standard. You'll see it in the Series Elite 3, and then in the next Xbox generation console, it will be the base hardware. So Sony, it's not to say it's impossible, but it's uphill battle to push a new innovation all by yourself.
Cheat Code, I was just going to jump in. I know I've said this to Cheat Code before, but I'm a little bit surprised as to why Gotham Knights doesn't have DualSense features, because I've read this to Cheat Code before, but Sony have actually applied a level of automation to implementation of the haptics. And I'll just, rather than expunge myself, I'd rather just read out the interview from the lead engineer of the DualSense. So he said, although DualSense will allow more realistic game experiences, creators will need more time to know how and create high-quality vibrations. But to reduce this burden, we have created a haptic vibration waveform design environment that anyone can easily use. This way, we have not only developed a tool that allows game creators to design impactful, natural, and comfortable vibration waveform in fewer steps, but also created a method that almost automatically generates vibration patterns from a game sound effects. And then he goes on to say,
but when was that article written, by the way?
Prior to the launch. Later, we studied and examined different algorithms while getting advice from experts. This allowed us to automate the generation of high-quality vibration waveforms to a certain extent, making it look as if they were created instead manually by the creators. So there is actually there's tools in the in the dev kits that actually do automate.
But apparently, Nick,
your rebuttal, Tony Stark.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I actually am familiar with this because Nib showed it to me, and also Prince Tybalt, who we know is very well acclimated in the world of development.
What you say, Prince of Persia?
No, Prince Tybalt.
Oh, all right, my bad.
But my point is, Nib, I understand this, but here we are 2 years into the generation.
True.
And that has not come to fruition. So
the only thing I would say though, because there's very, very few, like 99% of multi-plat games have DualSense features. There's only a select few that don't. But specific to Gotham Knights, look, this game is a next-gen only title that hovers around 25 FPS when you're just riding about on your bike, right? The resolution has, it has all sorts of issues, even with the engine itself. You can see from the lighting, the global illumination and stuff. It basically looks like a past-gen game in areas, but has performance from last gen as well. So I wouldn't use that as the metric to decide whether there will be ubiquitous support. Clearly something happened with the development of that game specifically that is a little bit spooky or different, right? And even on your point about Kinect, there was actually an interview with I forgot his name. He's got glasses. Used to work at Sony. He did the YouTube video of like, this is how you trade games on PlayStation. Anyway, whatever his name was. Adam Boyes. Yeah, Adam Boyes. Yeah. So in the interview, he actually said that they did not take anything like that or make any pricing adjustments to the PlayStation 4 based on their announcement of the reveal price of Xbox One. He said it was already pre-planned a long time in advance, and they were actually jumping for joy behind stage when Microsoft announced the price.
Oh, so you're saying those rumors of pulling it, that's all?
Yeah, we're incorrect.
Already? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But should that be the case though? Like, this article that you just read had an emphasis on vibration. I thought that the DualSense also has sound, other haptics like that.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know if you can actually test this on PC now, but what you can do, you can actually use the haptics in the DualSense as a speaker, and it basically, replicates, it's really accurate. It can actually play songs and OSTs and things like that.
And Sync does that too, also.
Yeah, exactly. So what they
Part 1 uses the vibration in the game as well.
Oh yeah, I turned that on. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So what they were essentially saying is, look, if you don't want to manually curate the vibration, the haptics, etc., then allow the sound waveform generating tool to do it for you. So if there's a loud explosion or whatever, the system will automatically recognize, based on the decibels or whatever, and it should implement the haptics for you, including directionality as well.
But so that's fine and that's cool, but I like the sound that comes out as well. Like, I mean, I probably like a game that's like...
Oh, you mean from the speaker?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I have ears. We're gonna get all these other senses involved, right? I shouldn't have to taste it, but if I can see some of these other things, like, I like that part of that immersion part.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So you're automating. Like, that's putting those automated systems in place. We can all remember, every person in this room with a PS5 can tell you the experiences that are special with the DualSense, where there's afterbox and all of that shit. Innovative technology, either find a way to incentivize that or and leverage the fact that you can out of this if you want to appear in Sony's digital storefront, they can lock you down to a 2-hour so why the hell so you have to
People will start complaining that they're strong arming developers. People will complain about it.
Hang on a minute. I went.
Hey, yo, Dustin, your mic loud as fuck. I'm gonna need you to move back from your mic, my brother. And you like cutting in and out too, Dustin.
Y'all talking about too much Xbox over here.
What you say, Phil?
Dustin, you might need to leave. You need to leave and come back because you're like cutting in and out, bro.
Alright, let me leave and come back real quick.
Yeah, leave and come back. Your mic is sounding real trash.
Listen, he been waiting for 2 hours. Wait, what you mean he got nothing? Of course he's gonna come on in 200.
Yeah, he got something to say.
Y'all been talking about y'all dissed Xbox 2 hours ago, and he remembers that.
All right. Here's that.
There you go.
Dustin, you lost. Go ahead, brother. Let me just turn down my volume.
My bad. Who's that?
What time is it over there right now?
It's 5:30. Yeah.
5:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
How many did I send?
Is it raining?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, a lot of rain or a little bit?
General rain.
General.
Like, it's either heavy, it's light. Either way, you're getting rain. Because it's
That's when the clouds are out, but it's just raining still. In general.
Always raining. It's always. The thing.
You got the mist.
Thing with cheat codes point.
So real quick, I know it's 5:30.
Anything else? Just about to ask that.
Absolutely not.
So what are you gonna get for dinner?
I've actually got shepherd's pie from
shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
I've had shepherd's pie for a long time.
Eat shepherd's pie.
Is it homemade or just buy it?
Homemade. You cook them in, throw in all the veggies, get the good gravy going. Absolutely.
He might as well.
Absolutely not. Either way, cheat codes point.
So like, are you gonna get dessert?
Oh my god.
Nah, let me chill. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Bluefish, redfish, knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a dog a bone.
I'm not going to bro. Go ahead. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up.
To the point. The problem is saying we're not gonna allow you. You know what? It's gonna rain on your parade. Okay.
Oh.
So what's gonna happen? So from the PlayStation mandate thing, they are going to tell Rockstar, yo, if you don't put DualSense, you're not putting GTA 6 in our store. Never gonna happen. Sony will never allow that to happen. Well, yeah, but GTA 6 is not Cyberpunk. Oh, that's a tough one. How much revenue do they make off of GTA?
Whatever they sell in their store, maybe they make 30%.
What about the microtransactions?
Who has more?
But this would have more to lose.
What is your thoughts on influence?
And colors.
What's my fuck? Those are so broad topics. There ain't no way.
But I want you to find a way to connect them as well.
What?
You must miss the first half of the movie.
Well, I mean, the 3 frames per second. I mean, everyone loves the cinematic experience. Like I was told that last year. You know, 30 FPS is the cinematic experience, so people should enjoy 30. I don't know why people. You know, it's crazy. And then the person who loses more is PlayStation, because then they go, okay, we're not in your storefront, we'll go on your competitor storefront exclusively. Hell no, they're not gonna let that happen. There are certain things they can get away with and certain things they can't get away with. If they could get away with it, Sony would have already mandated the third-party dev. There's a reason they have. Jim Ryan's feeling himself, it's tough in his chest, right? He's walking around, you know, oh yeah, I'm the big bad boy out here. So, I mean, he would have done it already. Guaranteed, he would have done it already if he could get away with it. But he's probably like, nah, the people ain't gonna fuck with it. So, that is what it is.
How do you feel about the PlayStation Master Race? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the PC Master Race. I mean,
what?
The PC Master Race, you mean?
No, I said the PlayStation Master Race. We took over that platform. How do you feel about that?
Took over that platform. Well, actually,
how does it feel? How does it feel to know that the best game on PC right now is the single player hero game?
Well, that's opinion based. That's
no, it's not opinion.
Fact.
No, that's
fact.
opinion based.
What are you playing right now?
That's opinion based, because if we're talking about the most popular games on PC, nothing PlayStation.
Talk about the most popular game. That's not what I said. I said the best.
So okay. So how'd you define the best? Go on. How'd you define the best?
The best way of waking up is PlayStation in your cup.
Well, I don't know if I want PlayStation in my cup. It can be on the cup, not in the cup. Hold up.
Oh, I should have said, oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
I sound like a fanboy, don't I?
That's that Bronx shit. You feel me?
My bad, man. I let my pony breathe.
You drinking that PlayStation Kool-Aid, literally.
I'm gonna move this conversation forward, man, because
hold on, Final Fantasy been waiting to speak as well, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna move it forward. Just for my man Final Fantasy, because he's been waiting 6 hours so he can speak. Final Fantasy 16 has been shown a new trailer, and my god, it looks amazing. What are your hype levels for this game, and why will it win Game of the Year in 2023?
Is known as the
Heart you said it. Game of the Year 2023. I'm predicting at least 15 million copies sold on its base level without extra versions. It's going to be the best-selling Final Fantasy game of all time.
Destroying an entire universe.
That's crazy. Million copies. Final Fantasy 15, a game that was largely critiqued by the harsh fan base. Now hold up.
It had a dog shit story.
They might bring mass destruction.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I don't think it was trash. I think it was
dog shit.
It was a weak Final Fantasy.
I'm gonna tell you why it was dog shit, because they spent all this time talking about Luna Freya. Oh, we gotta get to Luna Freya. We've got to get to the capital. We get to the capital just for this shit, the goddamn sacrifice and stuff to the goddamn Leviathan, just so that not this. No.
Yeah, you know Persona speaking from the heart when he has to agree with me right there. This game's him a little bit inside.
And then the second half of the story is a goddamn Bronx tale with your ass living on the goddamn subway like you going to the Bronx. Like it's crazy, bro.
Whoa.
No,
let's not forget about that that 2 corridors stretch as well, running through one lane.
Excellent points to everybody all around. So this horrible, trash, no good, very bad, terrible game sold over 10 million copies. It was nominated by multiple publications for Game of the Year. So that's exactly my point. You just listen to these guys talk about how much that game fucking sucks. Over 10 million copies. Multiple nominations for Game of the Year. Final Fantasy 15
It had great combat though, I'll give you that. The combat was awesome.
Now, 16, I am extraordinarily confident for number of reasons. Was that my bad? Go ahead. No, if you hop in if I'm about to shift gears.
No, I was just gonna add, it's like just the combat, that's it. That's the only compliment you give me. Just the combat.
Yeah, it had great combat.
Boss battles.
Because even the RPG element was trash as well, because you didn't really have a whole lot of different weapons or
you did.
armor to choose from. Not as much as you would expect.
like every closing that you put, it has stats.
Nah, bro, but it wasn't the way I was expecting it to be. And then with the side missions and the hunts, like it was just a lot of stuff just wasn't streamlined very well with that game. It had certain moments here and there.
I disagree
But
on that.
I just wasn't feeling the whole game. Like,
I think the weakest thing about 15 was just the story, but RPG elements, combat, it was in my opinion.
Combat, yes, I agree. RPG elements, I feel could have been a little bit better.
Final Fantasy, just before you said you were going to switch gears, I want to ask you something. So you believe Final Fantasy 16, which is trapped on the PS5 with the install base not that high and carrying a rated M title?
I think I need to lose some weight,
Those
don't you
things,
think?
this will be the highest selling Final Fantasy ever?
That is correct. And
hey, I agree with Final Fantasy, bro. Yo, listen,
You know why?
believe in Yoshi P, bro. Look at Final Fantasy 14. Are you crazy?
Yeah, the most popular Final Fantasy game.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not questioning the quality and whether or not this will be the greatest. I'm questioning whether or not the rated M price tag and being PlayStation 5
That doesn't
only
matter.
with an
That
install
doesn't
base
matter.
of under 30.
That doesn't matter. Final Fantasy 14 is also only on PlayStation and PC, and it's one of the most popular MMOs on the out right now.
Yes, but you say PlayStation and PC. Now imagine how big that install base is. We're talking about an install base of under 30 million. You're talking PlayStation 4 with an install base of upwards of 100 million, and it's on PS4, right? Final Fantasy 14.
I'm trying to say.
PlayStation 5 surpassed 30 million. Thanks to Xbox, we found out that. Thank you.
So actually, no, I mean, I agree with a lot of this. What I'm just going to say is one thing is you got to remember this. Final Fantasy sells PlayStations. So people are buying PlayStations just so that they can play Final Fantasy 16. Don't believe me? Check my comments. I had at least 15 of those motherfuckers yesterday. Saw that trailer, went, well, I held out as long as I could. I'm going to buy that PS5. Like that's we've been doing this since 1997. Some of us, it's like, oh, Final Fantasy, I'm gonna buy that PlayStation. So that's gonna happen too. There is the Yoshi P factor. People who haven't played 14 or haven't played as much of 14 may not know. And again, so the quality is a factor. This is going to get rave reviews. It's going to be incredible, but it's also
don't underestimate the love. Really and truly as well. Don't underestimate how much people love Yoshi P. Because like people in this community, especially in that Final Fantasy 14 community, they love that man, bro. Because what he did with 14 is nothing short of greatness. And the dedication that him and his team have, and like the shit that he's been doing, bro. Like watch those live letters, man. He really loves the community and really love like Yoshi P is a great dude. So you're gonna have a lot of people that even if they on PC. They're gonna support that game. They absolutely gonna support this 16 game.
Been crashing.
So I understand where you're coming from, and like I said, I don't doubt the quality of the game. I think I'm so hyped. I'm only wondering about the current install base and the time frame in which it's coming out, as opposed to Final Fantasy 7 remake coming out in 2020, late in the life of the console. Final Fantasy 15 coming out late in the life of the console.
PlayStation already said that they're slated to. They're already anticipating 30 million. And we already know that PlayStation's #1 selling console of September, and we know the supply chains are getting better. And plus, this game is coming out in summer of 2024, which is fiscal year 2024 as well. So this game, by next summer, I can see supply being, I want to say probably 80% back to normal, 90% back to normal. And then there you go. Listen. Spider-Man and everything. Listen, man.
Yo, y'all better pray. Y'all better pray.
Is going to sell, bro. This game is it's so amazing. It's going to sell. I agree with Final Fantasy podcast 100%.
Well, I'm going to give you the 3 categories, right? Because here's how I'm getting to that number specifically. I'll give you the breakdown. The first group of people is people like me, hardcore Final Fantasy fans. Plenty of them in the room here today. They're going to buy that game no matter what. That's 7 million. A Final Fantasy game, just by existing, gets 7 million, right? Then you've got the Yoshi P factor, the Persona and I were just talking about, right? You're going to bring in another at least 5 or 6 million people who've only ever played Final Fantasy 14 and don't play the other ones, but they love that man so much, they're going to buy the game and they're going to play it.
Like Death Singer,
Yep. And then you've got this third category of people that I'm very interested in, which is the people who have, in the last 5-6 years, maybe 10, really, since like Game of Thrones got super popular. I'm gonna throw Deadpool into the mix since you mentioned it being M-rated, right? There's this understanding that like adults fantasy or comic booky shit can be super cool and super fun, and even people that aren't into other comic book movies love Deadpool. Even people that don't like, say Lord of the Rings or Dungeons and Dragons or Final Fantasy games that are more for kids, they love House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones.
I'm gonna add another layer for you, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
The people that love doing Twitter Spaces that like gaming politics all goddamn day. There's a whole bunch of politics in this goddamn game. You're gonna love it too. My bad. Go ahead.
So the people looking for that political intrigue, backstabbing game where some kid's gonna watch his dad's head get cut off and get covered in his blood, and then go on a lifelong revenge mission to destroy those responsible. That's people who have.
Yo, I'd have to ruin it like that.
I couldn't believe no, that happened in the Final Fantasy 16 trailer, bro.
In the
that shit crazy,
I'll just troll him. I'll just troll him.
Oh, my fault, DC. My fault. My fault. That shit happened in the trailer, bro. Yo, when you got shit like that in a Final Fantasy,
he wasn't trolling. He wasn't trolling.
Hey, listen,
I watched the trailer, bro. What you talking?
When you got shit like that happening in a Final Fantasy game, that graphic. Hey, yo, people gonna want to see that, man.
No, don't get me wrong.
The girl had blood all over her face too.
I'm actually that's one of the things that has me most excited is the rated M attachment, and I've said this in spaces previously. I'm just
Chico, did you say you scared of blood?
Nah. I'm just wondering if that rated M will alienate, a demographic that would normally.
What demographic are you talking about?
It doesn't do it with
people under 7.
Yo, what? Yeah, I was about to ask.
Ain't no 15, ain't no fucking 14-year-old kid telling Mom, I can't wait to get Final Fantasy. Nah, this game is definitely meant for like long time fans. Like this is meant for long time fans, man.
Yeah. Shouts out to Final Fantasy though. He did the numbers. Breaking all this shit down like that, that's exactly I see exactly what he's saying. I don't even play the game and that makes 100%.
Nah. Drew is on point like a thorn out here.
So Final Fantasy,
even my sister wanted to get a PS5 for this Final Fantasy, man. You feel me?
There we go.
I got a question.
Don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy. That's not a bet I would take. I was just curious if those factors, would impact its ability to be the most successful. But like I said, I wouldn't take that bet against you at all.
Hey, yo, fuck them kids.
Damn, Barney, come on, brother. You gotta respect the kids, brother.
I want to pay my Final
on the
Fantasy,
kid's name, brother. Put some respect on the kids' names, man.
I'd also like to say
We love the kids. We love the kids.
So wait, do y'all think with the release of Final Fantasy 16 and also with the release of Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which is coming next year, 2023 or this year?
No, Crisis Core comes out December 13th of this year.
Okay, this year. So
you might be thinking of Rebirth, Final Fantasy 7.
They better pray Rebirth don't come out this next year because I feel like it will, but we'll get in another topic.
Yo, if Rebirth come out at like November, December, jeez.
My God. I was asking that to ask, like, wouldn't that, because that's going to be like swept underneath the rug by Final Fantasy 16. Don't y'all think?
No. It's one thing. The difference is like 7 remake Rebirth.
That's like GTA
7 has
Radio,
like its
Alex
own
Jones
audience on top of the Final Fantasy audience that is going to be playing 16 regardless. But that Final Fantasy audience is going to be playing 7 Rebirth, and the Final Fantasy 7 fans is going to be guaranteed playing 7 as well because each Final Fantasy have its own fan base as well, its own fandom on top of the generalized people that's the fans of Final Fantasy. So it's still going to be 7 remake was very successful. I think Rebirth is going to be even more. But my bad. Go ahead, Drew. Man, finish up your thoughts, man. What you were saying.
Yeah, no, just on that, since I'll just finish up with that. I think the genius of what they're doing right now is that they're giving us both of those things, right? Like Final Fantasy VII's story is absolutely batshit. If we get into one of those deep conversations in here, we're talking about alternate timelines and memories that are messed up. Is it a sequel? Is it a prequel? Is it a different kind? What's going on with this game? All this stuff. And that's before we get into what's going on with Cloud Psyche and all that shit, right? We're going to see aliens. We're going to see spaceships. It's going to get batshit because that's the story of Final Fantasy VII. 16 is not going to do all that. It's going to get, there will be stuff. It'll get big, huge, wild, crazy, but it's going to be more, again, like that sort of Game of Thrones. If anybody played Final Fantasy Tactics a little, or 6, great, but still a little more straightforward, a little less like, oh no, actually the whole time it was this. And it's going to be that more medieval setting. So we're not going to be seeing like motorcycles and helicopters and shit. So we're getting the best of both worlds. And I think that Final Fantasy IX remake rumor is real. And that's how they're going to make sure that they're taking care of the kids with the Final Fantasy IX show and the Final Fantasy IX remake. So that way, they're even with the M-rated thing, they can be like, here's the Final Fantasy for adults. Here's the Final Fantasy for the kids. Here's the Final Fantasy for the sci-fi people. Square is going to make so much fucking money in the next year and a half. It's going to be ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I feel like they're doing they're taking out of Capcom's playbook. So you have like the remakes of the nostalgia Resident Evils, and you have these other Resident Evils that are coming out that are in like a newer perpetual future. Like that's perfect. Like you have these nostalgia core fans, and you have new fans. 16 looked great to me because it looks like their version of like a Witcher or something. Like I can't wait. I've never played a Final Fantasy. I can't wait.
Every trailer of 16, the game.
You never played a Final Fantasy game before?
The game constantly looks better and better and better, yo.
Bro, you are missing out, my man. You are.
I would say at least play Final Fantasy VII Remake and Crisis Core Reunion when it comes out.
Who said they ain't play Final Fantasy? Who said that?
Me.
Papa.
I'm actually waiting to buy a better CPU to play 7 because I tried it out already and it wasn't. Really
you a PC gamer?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. bro, you need to go. You need to go to Steam right now and just get that whole collection of the Pixel games.
Facts.
and that's
you should also play Final Fantasy 13. That's one of the best ones also.
13.
To me.
I wouldn't start there. I would start with 13.
I personally believe
I would never tell a new Final Fantasy newcomer. I would never tell a Final Fantasy newcomer to start at 13. I would say at least start at like 6.
13 was aimed for like newcomers too, but really and truly 13 got like one of the best combat systems in Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Big fan.
I think that's because one of the things about 13 I think is that's where we truly saw Final Fantasy's turning point, because I think that's as furthest they ever went outside of 14 is like being closer to an action based combat.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm biased though, man. I just didn't like 13. I just didn't like that shit. But I will give it another try. I got it on Steam.
The problem with 13 is that it got a weak cast, but the game itself is good. Like outside of like 3 characters, I think the cast is just weak. But these characters are OP as fuck. The combat is mad fun. it's like an evolvement of Final Fantasy X, and I love the combat to cause the paradigm shifts and all that. You have to constantly engage with enemies. Like you can't just stick to a specific team all the goddamn time. You got to constantly adjust.
I'm gonna switch some of y'all to listen, DJ, and what's the name? I'm gonna switch y'all.
Oh, we can't get no more in.
Yeah.
Did none of you really enjoy Final Fantasy 15 story?
I
thought it was awesome.
love that game.
I loved it, dude. I thought it was an awesome.
I enjoyed it to a certain point.
I didn't like the story. The gameplay I thought was awesome, but the story, I'm dead ass. I like the movie that led up to this game, but I didn't like the story because I really and truly, because I like Noctis and his crew as a character.
Yeah.
I feel like even there were certain areas where, like when Gladios went away to fight what's the name and Gilgamesh and then came back. I'm like, yo, man, why wasn't that just in the game?
I'll be honest,
that should have been a part of like the side content.
And then I'm dead ass when I say this. The whole Luna Freya thing, you hype this up for the first like 10 hours of the game. We got to get to the capital. We got to get in the city. We got to do this. We got to get her. We got to get this. Just for her, just to die. And I'm like, what?
But that was cool, though.
Not only her.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. What I liked about it was that it was darker and it did injure or kill important characters, like with her and then with your mate who got blinded. And then at the end with the whole world going dark and it's all shitty and grimy and you're beaten down. I love that. I thought, okay, this is different. It's basically like the villain is winning. The villain has won.
You're talking about Final Fantasy 6.
You talking about the time jump when he
and then even at the end with Arden or Aiden or whatever his name is, I never thought that he was really a villain. I like villains that are grey because they dicked him over, right? They put the Scourge or whatever it's called in him, and then he lost his lineage to that, to become the new thing because he took the sacrifice. And I thought that was a cool thing because he's not really a bad guy. Like, he feels bent up about them dicking him over from getting his lineage.
He's relatable.
No, I agree, but I think my whole thing is that I think there were good concepts with the story, but the execution and how certain things played out,
So
I didn't like it at all because I'm just like, yo, like this could have been told much better. And then, like I said, the second half of the game becomes a linear experience. It's like, yo, you play like 10, 15 hours in this big, open, beautiful looking world at the time, and then you're confined to a
I get it. I get it.
like,
Yes, the shift from open world to linear like story was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
so pacing and structure was off basically.
Yeah,
No,
It was too much all over the place, basically.
I want to
you can tell that there was writing issues with that game. Like you just perfect. You can just tell. Like yo, once you
but
got
even
to,
like some of the
but
even some of the development decisions too, because like yo, the idea of the regalia flying, I'm like, alright, this is dope. But then it's like, yo, this shit's on rails. What the fuck is like? It just certain things just didn't mesh well. I feel like if 15 was being made on like this gen's consoles, I feel like it would have been executed a lot better because you got more power and everything to do what you do. But you could just tell like this game went through a lot of development issues and it changed a lot of hands.
You know one thing I didn't like about 15?
The story was still kind of just loose though.
You know one thing I don't like about 15? I don't like the fact that they gave Noctis all this power. And it's the shortest part of the goddamn game. It's gone. Boom. I'm like, damn, man, I wish I could have, you know what I mean? Like,
on that point, one thing from the trailer that was really cool about Final Fantasy 16, if you notice, when you take like the summon form and you're fighting another summon, it kind of is almost like a versus screen because you've got your bar on the top left and the enemy bar on the top right, and it's almost like a Street Fighter Tekken, but you're in massive giant.
I think that's what they're aiming for. I read one article where it was like, that's what they're aiming for, like a fighting game type feel with those.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I feel like it could have like old God of War type moments, like really
You're talking
epic scale.
about Final Fantasy 16?
16, yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something about 16. I really think 16 is going to surprise a lot of people because Yoshi P, 14 really is like amazing when it comes to the storytelling, but also like the worlds and the vistas. I really like, especially seeing this trailer and looking at all the kingdoms. I know, and this is a PS5 title, like, so there's nothing holding them back. I know Yoshi P went crazy when it came to the world building in this game. I know he did, bro. I know he did. I'm hyped.
I think it'll be good. I love about Final Fantasy.
I'm just really glad they're going back to medieval times. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm more. I like the medieval as well. I like the fantasy type lore as well. I don't mind it like the futuristic thing either, but I like when they mix the two. Like you have like your futuristic stuff, but it looks kind of old schooly and all that. I like that.
Hey, you remember they did that with Type 0 and people did not like it that well.
Type 0 just had bad camera, man. Like I couldn't.
Type 0 was. I think Type 0 was just like it had too much going on too.
It was a good game, but they should have did better porting that over to a console.
And I just
because it was like kind of
Final Fantasies. I'm sorry, Tabata just needs to go. He's the reason. He's the reason why Type 0 and 15 were so tragic. That's just me, though.
15 was.
I'm gonna give 15 another try too, because I played in the game.
15 is good. I know what it is.
I loved it.
Good luck. I have hundreds of hours in 15. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I mean, I have hundreds of hours in it too, but I didn't play the Royal Edition yet. You know what I mean?
I didn't play the multiplayer. None of that either.
The best part, because the best part of 15 is the backstreet.
Really, it is. Persona was not lying when he said, if you are not the 4 boys, you just did not matter. That was the biggest problem. My thing on 15, I've had this here, and for those wondering, I put it in my second tier of Final Fantasy. I love it. I don't put it in the highest, like the top tier.
7 Go, 7 remake or whatever. But I agree with a lot of the critiques here. That I think the consensus is where I mostly fall. Where I thought the story was actually really good. I agree that it wasn't told in the best way. I don't have a big problem with there being extra content or anything like that. But the middle of the game just has odd pacing and weird stuff, and the shift, like you said, from open world to linear, neither of which I have a problem with, but the shift was so dramatic and jarring, and I think for a lot of people frustrating. But I do think that ultimately the biggest critiques people have of that game would not exist if it was called Noctis and Friends Go on a Ride. Although that was
there you go. Well, you know what it is though too.
It's
like,
that Final Fantasy expectation.
Yo, you know what it is too though. It's because the movie and the game go hand in hand. So if you don't watch the movie and just go straight into this game, there are so many things that is just so disconnected. So for example, when you meet up with what's his name, Kerr, the king's right hand guy. Yeah, when you meet up with him and he says what he says and then goes away, it's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's from the movie. But you don't know that. You don't know that if you don't watch the movie. And so it's like they bank too much on this being a conjoined experience between entertainment through media and entertainment through actually playing the game. And I'm like, yo, this is very disconnected. Like, if someone's not, it's just going straight into 15. This story is very forgettable, very disconnected, and it's all over the place. It's fucked up.
In the meantime,
that's what happened to me the first when my friend was trying to show me Final Fantasy. He was like, you gotta watch it. And I don't remember what game you're playing, but I was like, yeah, why can't I just play the game? He's like, no, it's not gonna make sense. I don't know why.
Kingsglaive was amazing.
But see, Bart, and that's the funny thing. Kingsglaive was an amazing movie. If that was the game, that would have been fire. I would have loved to play as what's her boy name? I forgot his name. Nick. When he put on the ring and got that power, I was like, hey, yo, can we play with this thing?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping like with.
But it had a setback. Nobody was hyped when Ignis put on the ring.
Couldn't use it like that.
Yeah, you can't use it. Killed him. Like, you killed him after you used it.
But that's why I was kind of like me, just like that fantasy part was thinking like maybe Noctis will get over, like. He doesn't have to die if he uses this power. Like, what I mean? It's going to be something to like, he can just oversee that. Nothing's going to happen to him. He's going to get past
signal has been lost.
Nope.
Don't worry.
But that's
and then at the end, I mean, listen, if y'all ain't played this game already, I wouldn't recommend it. But at the end, with the dream, with the death sequence, where like him and Luna is married, I was like, what? Like. You didn't even give but you didn't even give us enough time to what's that happy ending? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you didn't even give us enough time to even like punch this character out. Again, if you were going into this blind, you're looking at that ending and even like, damn, like you ain't even take her out the IHOP or nothing. Like, I ain't even going to date.
Nah, it was pathetic.
They could do it. That ending though. I got a YouTube video coming out pretty soon about my top 10 endings in the franchise history, and I think I've got 15 ranked 4th. And so when you can wow me and get me all emotional and shit in the end, where some of these other games I really love, like I love Final Fantasy 12, it didn't wow me in the end. Some of these other games, and like by the time it got to the finish of what it was doing, everything came together like never been. I thought it was genius, and that is one of the best.
Oh yeah.
I said it to you.
It definitely hits you emotionally. I agree with that. I agree. It's a certain things I wish for. I'm not saying that like I personally feel that the story wasn't like horrible, but it's just that second half, and I feel like these writers was just like fighting. It's like, nah, we gotta put out a product. But it makes sense because you have the movie to apply everything. Like, oh, this makes sense of what's going to happen. I just wish that I like Noctis as a character. That's why I wanted a different outcome. I'll say that for anybody that's going to say, oh, he's bad in the fucking game. All right, I'm not gonna spoil it, even though I did spoil it.
Yeah, I feel like they maybe just ran out of development because chapter 13 and the train, you're basically just running forward for ages, and then the prison and stuff. Like you could tell, it almost had like a Metal Gear 5 vibe where the first half of that game is like one thing, and then it gets very repetitious in the second half. And
one thing I can say though, Nick, that I disagree with people with is the summons. I love the way how they did the summons. I don't give a fuck. Nobody telling me I love that.
I didn't like the summon.
Every summon was epic, bro.
Every summon was cool, but the thing about the summons is that you had no control over that, bro. Like you had to be in specific areas for like Ramu or Titan or whatever. I didn't like that either, bro. Nah, fuck that, bro. Nah, that shit garbage, bro. Like I want to get my ass whooped. I want to be able to just summon Ramu and he come through and do the too.
But nah, summons are treated different in every Final Fantasy. These summons are way too powerful. Like, snap of the fingers, come on through. Nah, you have to be a certain requirement. And you have to be a certain power to get it. You're not just picking up a material, or you're not just picking up a certain thing. Like, I can summon this. Nah, there's a certain level of sacrifice that you're doing to get these summons. So it's not just it's not as simple.
Summon Bahamut whenever I want, or Shiva, or Odin, or whoever.
Yeah.
I mean, get your ass beat and then they come.
I mean, to be fair, the Leviathan.
Nah, but I
Also,
will
can
say,
we agree that the magic system in 15 was ass?
Oh no, I don't. It's pretty much taking like Final Fantasy, what's it called, 6, like the magic tech stuff, a little bit.
The magic and summons look incredible though, right? Because when the summon does finally appear and the whole fucking field turns fiery or icy, and it's insane. Like visually, I was just like, what?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, for real.
So this one's kind of funny because I've often had this critique of summons. In the first 9 games, summons are basically just fancy magical spells. It's really nothing other than a magic spell instead of, the fancy flashy lights or whatever. A monster comes out and does it. 10 was the first one that really changed it up by letting you control.
I was just about to say 10 had the best summons.
10 had the best summons until I think now the best summon system belongs to 7 Remake. That's I think the kind of thing you're looking for.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you see that difference though, right? Because if you're gonna bring them out whenever you want, and you're gonna have some control over them in battle, they can only be so OP, and I think that it makes sense the way 15 did it. Like Ned was saying, if you're gonna have the gods feel like the gods more than they ever have before, I think 15 has that crown. Where,
really right.
Yeah, if you're summoning gods from another plane of existence to come and do battle for you, I always felt like they should feel more than just a fancier magical spell, or even like in 10 and 7 Remake, like a stronger companion that joins you in battle. So for me, even though I'll agree that mechanically, as far as a system, it's not as satisfying, from a visual and storytelling standpoint, to see when Ramu picks your ass up and strikes down thunder from atop fucking... Yes. Okay, anyway. Y'all know, you saw him, but the epicness of it, I was like, finally the gods feel like the gods. And so I'm still...
That jump was epic as hell, bro. Like, yo, I forgot what area I was in 15, and it was like a cave area, and these goblins, yo, they were super powerful. I was trying to get one of the best like dagger or something. And yo, I was getting my ass beat, and Ramu was like, "Nah, bro, I got you, bro." My man came through, don't give a fuck about no rocks. He said, "Thunder, boom!" That shit came and just decimated the whole. I was like, "Yes, bro." That shit was lit. I don't give a fuck. I like the summons in 15. It was unique, man. I love that shit. It wasn't like it wasn't abusing it every single time.
Did anybody defeat the giant mountain turtle? I never did.
I did.
Oh yeah, I did it on screen, bro.
I used it. Which one? I used the dual blades, and I was going at them feet, boy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of took the easy route the couple of times. The last couple times, and used the ring. Like he spamming that ring.
Oh yeah.
I did that. So OP.
Oh yeah, it just killed everything. Well, not killing the adamantoids, but
No, it does kill the that tortoise. It does kill him.
Like instantly, like everybody else.
Not instantly, but you have to like keep doing it. Like it will fail every time, but like the more times that you do it, it kills them instantly.
I remember doing that boss battle on stream. That jump was like about 3 hours and almost 4 hours.
Yeah, it took me an hour and 45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. How trash can a game be when you get to fight a giant mountain turtle for 3 hours?
Thank you, Persona.
Yeah.
I might start with 15. I want to.
I mean, I got the platinum at 15, so that tells you something about me. But the game's still garbage.
It's not garbage.
It's garbage. One thing I did like though, I did like the.
Man, he said, "Don't check my credentials."
I'm sorry.
I mean, listen,
the garbage of the Final Fantasy series.
It's. I'll say this: 15 is definitely one of the weakest.
We don't care about your platinum.
Nah, but I think one of the other things I liked about 15.
I platinum too, by the way.
Was the what was that shit? Like the way you could call in your teammates. Like for instance, Noctis.
Are you talking about like the warp strikes?
Prompto and all that. He would do like the debuff.
I think it's called the call to arms or something like that.
Yeah, call to arms.
Oh yeah,
I did like that. I like that a lot. So like there was some, and that's why it's like the battle system was definitely.
And they improved it too in the Royal Edition. They improved the battle system. That's why I thought I really want to play it again, but
yeah, I want to play again because I know it changed some of the cutscenes in the later chapters, and I know they added a little bit of context, I think, in some situations as well.
And
I played the original one.
Like Bahamut's relationship with the Lucis family.
I think. Typical Final Fantasy. I don't know what to really say about that question. It's a typical, royal family. Noctis is pretty much starting out as far as he don't care about his royalty, and he's just this emo type kid. But this is the reason why I like Noctis a lot is due to his character development of how he started and how he ended up, even though whatever ended up. I like that a lot. But as far as the whole family, Lucius family, I really have nothing to say about it other than that's typical.
Oh no, I wasn't asking a question. I was I think it was DC asked about the Royal Edition, and I was just saying how it gave a little more context to Bahamut, the summon, and his relationship to the Lucis family.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, the additional cutscenes and stuff they added for the game from the original.
Yeah, later on. I'm not trying to spoil it because some people probably didn't play it, but
yeah, I haven't played that part yet.
That game came out in what, 2015,
Bro, this game
2016?
has been out for years.
If you ain't play it right now,
you want to
I'm
run it
sorry,
back again? Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, look.
Well, someone said that they'd give it a try, so I'm trying to be respectful.
Listen, if you're new to the Final Fantasy series,
they'll probably forget.
The first one
they'll probably forget by the time they go play it again.
I will. I know who no one is. I'm just looking for the turtle.
Oh, you're not gonna get to the turtle until like what? End game? I guess.
Yeah, the turtle is an end game fight.
End game plus.
It's one of the last. It's one of the last hunts that you gotta do.
Did anyone? Does anybody remember fighting what was that? The bird's name?
Oh yeah, the big owl.
Bennu or something? I think Bennu.
Was it? Are you talking about Garuda?
Was it Garuda? I can't remember the name.
But the big owl, fucking super bird.
Which game you talking about? You talking about 15?
Yeah.
Special mission.
Yeah, the special mission for because you see it earlier in the game, and then you fight it at the end game, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, the giant bird.
Like warp striking to that thing when it's in the air.
I forgot the name.
That might have been his name. Sounds familiar.
I think it was like Garuda or like Bennu or something like that. I can't remember.
Because after you beat it, you get to summon it afterwards. It became a summon.
Oh shit, for real? I didn't know all that.
Yeah, I know that. Like the summons was pretty much like locked in.
About that one because
there was a special hunt mission where one of the girls, I think she came in from like another Final Fantasy game. It's like a crossover. I think it was like Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. But
it's totally I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh wait, wasn't it wasn't 15.
She wasn't the original 15 character. She came from
That was in the base game.
I don't remember this shit all these years later.
In the base game. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that your skull was in there. I know she said 14. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think it was like a crossover event that they had, kind of like what they do with Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely got
Please don't bring up that Assassin's Creed crossover, because that was trash. That Assassin's Creed crossover was trash.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, did anybody get the Power Ranger DLC before they took it down, or no?
The battle suits are.
Power Rangers.
It was a.
Yeah, they had a power. They had a.
Yeah, they had Power Ranger suits in it.
Which Power Rangers though? Was it Mighty Morphin?
Yeah, it was like a movie tie-in.
Yeah, I remember them doing a whole bunch of like weird crossover, like
But then they took it down like a day later.
Why did he take it down? What? Oh, that'd have been dope, man, to get the Power Rangers.
I wouldn't even use, like, me personally, I don't even use like those costumes.
The costume was OP because whenever you put it on, whenever you get hit by like a super powerful enemy, it doesn't affect you at all. But it needs time to recharge.
How many did I send?
Oh damn. But yeah, y'all get me wanting to play 16 again, man. I mean 15 again. Like I really want to dive into that Royal Edition.
You play 15 again.
It does make.
That's because he's uncultured.
No, I don't hate 15. I just think when it comes to a Final Fantasy game story, because that's why I really play the story. Everything else is like, cool, edition. But I think story-wise, for me personally, it was like one of the weakest. But now I'm listening to other people speak about it. I'm like, you know what? Let me give it another try. Let me give it another go. That's like 13, right? 13 came out. Everybody was dissing 13. Now when I'm like playing 13 again and I'm revisiting it again, I'm like, yo, I think 13 is underrated as fuck. Like, I get the, it being a little bit more linear, and I don't even see people talking about the cast and stuff like that. People just be saying Final Fantasy 13 sucks because it took too long to open up. Like, nah, like that's not my complaint with the game. My complaint with the game.
Talk about the cast issue, right?
Yeah, that's one of my major complaints. I think it was weak.
Yo, don't be talking about Hope like that.
We did not need the extra game.
Fuck
Jay Barry, are you saying you had
now?
A
I'll take 32 Hope.
And a bird, a piece of chicken in your face?
Absolutely. No, no, I don't have a problem with. You know who I have a problem with? The pink hair girl.
Don't come.
Lightning?
No, Vanille. Yo, I think that's the. No,
Vanille was the best thing about Final Fantasy 13.
Gameplay wise,
talking about?
Not that character was horrible. I hated that character with a passion.
Better use than fucking Hope.
What's her name? Vanille or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta look them up now.
I hated that.
That's the girl that basically had no clothes on.
The sling. She had like a sling thing.
Tracking down the hard
It's okay. Oh my god, don't worry about it. But yo, gameplay wise, she was a beast. She was good.
Hey, she was real good.
Honestly, besides Final Fantasy 7, I personally think that the turn-based combat system.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's 13 and 10 is up there. You know what I mean? 13 and 10 is up there, like as far as like combat.
I mean, remake sits atop all of them, but yeah.
Oh yeah, remake is the best combat in this RPGs. Period, in my opinion.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yes, and they about to make that jump better. With Rebirth.
Can we talk about how
that jump about to go crazy.
Motherfuckers been watching Naruto too much. That Jin Cherokee's running all over the place. Fucking Jin Cherokees everywhere.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, they icons. That's what they call it. But it's not spelled. It's not spelled how you spell icon. It's EIKON.
I love how decisive the world is going to be too. Like, not every realm is for the icon and the stage and leaving all that. And it's going to be a lot. They're going for like a hub kind of world. This jump about to be amazing.
With all of the moving parts of this story, what do you think it's gonna fall at hours-wise, just for story?
How many did I
50
say?
hours easy, bro. We talking about Yoshi.
50
hours. 50 hours minimum.
I would say
We talking about Yoshi P, brother. Yoshi P
I'm
gonna tell you a
saying
story. No,
Yeah,
I'm saying 50 hours minimum. Minimum.
Story and the side missions and collecting everything.
Yeah, you're gonna be over 100 for real.
Not even just that though. Yo, listen, we talking about Yoshi P, ladies and gentlemen. There's gonna be a lot of secrets in this game as well for you to find, like secret bosses, secret dungeons, and all this other crazy. Trust me when I tell you, this game's easy. At minimum, 50 hours.
I say if you streamline the game, like the story, I think it's gonna be like 50 to 60 because there's gonna be a lot of complexity, the story wise and explanations and things like that they gotta.
Especially with all the kingdoms, the different kingdoms you're going to explore, all the politics, all like the different like royal. Well, I don't know if they're royal families, but just the different royalties that you have to face. Yeah, there's gonna be about 50, maybe like 55 to 60 hours. That's that.
Be good. Kill that game.
Definitely game of the year.
Hey, yo,
what's game of the year for you?
B Staples. What's game of the year? What's game of the year, B Staples? Yeah, what's game of the year?
What Xbox game gonna win game of the year? Let's know.
I hope you're not gonna say Starfield because
please don't say Starfield.
You know, but every time I look at Starfield, it look like I feel like I poured acid in my eyes, bro.
Yo, we ain't gonna
are we talking about No Man's Sky on crack?
Game of the year, it ain't gonna be close, nigga. Y'all better recognize.
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Yo, B Staples, shut up. Yo, B Staples, I'm gonna record. Is this space recorded? Is this space recorded?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, B Staples, if when either Final Fantasy 16 or or Spider-Man 2 win. Oh, really? What you mean?
Yo, B Staples, why you mad for, man? Why you mad?
Yo, B Staples
got a
hater,
PS5?
bro. B Staples a hater, bro. Oh, so Starfield don't stand a chance against Zelda either, then, right? You buying Zelda? Are you buying Zelda? Are you buying it?
When you became a Nintendo fan?
Oh, wow. Man got tired of being let down by Xbox, so he switched to Nintendo. There you are. Look at you. You said talk about Zelda, bro. You tired of Xbox letting you down. That's okay.
He said, I hate Nintendo Switch, but Zelda.
B Staples, it's okay. You tired of Phil Spencer telling you wait one more year. You tired of waiting, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go where I'm appreciated. So you got yourself a Switch.
I ain't trying to switch up like that. I hate this console, but Zelda.
Hey yo, boy, B Staples pulled up to the register with that OLED Switch, like try to play with my emotions.
The code can only be overridden by bogus biometrics.
But Zelda, that's the only thing that I will hype up from Nintendo because that's the only thing I don't care about Pokemon.
I'm actually skipping.
So be stable. Wait, you're not buying that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? No, I'm not skipping Scarlet and Violet.
Bro, it's gonna be the same shit, but it's multiplayer. Like yo,
you say you was gonna buy
bro, I've bought every Pokemon game, and I love it, but it's just like man, I needed something a little different, man. I'm not gonna copy day one. Yeah, I did.
I have. That's what a big thing I put. A whole lot different. Yes, the mechanics are probably a little bit the same, but at the same time, it's a whole lot.
How many did I say?
I'm good off like that. I've been playing Pokemon since Red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it gets a little bit stale a little bit. We'll see. Maybe in 2023, but not November. I'm sorry.
Wait, B Staples, how are you tired of Pokemon but not tired of Halo? Sorry.
You know how many Pokemon games there is?
You know how many Halo games there are?
How many did I say?
It doesn't matter. It means there's more than 3. Are there more than 3 Halo games? Are there more than 3 Halo games?
Yeah, how everybody hates remakes and remasters, but they buy Pokemon.
Pokemon might got double the amount of games.
B Staples, how many are there more than 3 Halo games? B Staples, yes or no?
Yeah, but
Yeah, and you still continue to buy. You still continue to buy and play those games, correct?
He said, but
Oh,
this
all right.
Zelda.
I just wanted confirmation for the audience. My fault. Go ahead. Give a fuck. Give a fuck. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
Why you? Why
Because the point because 3 is considered a trilogy. Anything after that is extra.
Yo, let me ask B Stable this, man, because this is part of the title as well. Do you agree that 2023 is the year for PlayStation 5, or do you disagree?
I think it's too early to say.
Yo, stop.
Oh, so you gonna hit me with the cross?
Hey, yo, stop it.
PlayStation dead man walking.
Stop playing.
Hey, yo, B Staples funny, bro. Hey, yo, cut it out, bro.
He hit me with the force.
That's a good answer though, because you never know if those games that Xbox announced in 2023 will make it to 2024. Because remember, 2022 was a year of Xbox, and here we are.
Yeah, I know someone that said, Sony needed to get their act together, but they were actually going to get smoked.
That's what B Staples just did to me, man.
I think Sony's in a good spot right now. They just need to.
All right, but can I get an honest and definitive answer from you? Do you agree? Yes or
no? No.
And why is that?
I don't know.
How many did I say?
You don't
Spider-Man 2, Silent Blade, Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken.
Blade.
You want me to be completely honest?
How many did I say?
I'm not getting up to celebrate a
This ain't about you. We talking objectively.
What? You
hype.
No, I'm asking objectively.
Quality Nintendo in the same sentence? Hey, yo, get the fuck out! Hey, yo, get the fuck out of here! Did you just put quality and Nintendo in the same sentence?
Nintendo
hey, yo,
is
get the fuck out of here!
This man, a Nintendo fan now.
He might be saying he might be.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing that. I'm not necessarily disagreeing. Well, no. Nintendo dropped the most games this year, not every year. Stop the bullshit. I had this
Not
switch
every
day
year,
one.
no, but they do drop a lot of games.
Yeah, he trying to bullshit the people in the space right now. Talking about every year. Yeah, the thing is, I play Nintendo a lot too, bro. Don't get twisted. I'm not just a PlayStation fan.
The most games in 2021. Not 2021.
2020. Yeah. This year, I'm not debating that at all. We're not talking about this year. I'm talking about next year, brother. That's why I asked you.
That's why I said I need a showcase because I don't know what everyone has. Nintendo, they only have next year. They haven't even like.
But that's why I'm asking the question as of right now. I'm not going to wait till January or December to ask you, brother. I'm asking you right now.
I can't answer that. I gotta see.
So Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy 16, Spider-Man 2, Forspoken. What are we talking about?
The man said, I don't know what's coming out. He said, this is what's coming out.
I'm not buying
we understand. You're not buying Stellar Blade. You don't want to look at no cheeks as you slicing up enemies.
Listen, Bayonetta should do me just well in that category. I don't need to buy.
So wait, you gonna buy Bayonetta, but you're not gonna buy Stellar Blade?
After what Helena said?
Wait a minute,
that's crazy.
Hey yo, really Staples, man. Yo, sometimes you gotta put the bot down. You gotta put the bot down. I understand you wanna be defensive mode. You like a pitbull right now. Relax, brother. It's okay. I'm just asking a simple question. If you wanna say Xbox, say Xbox. I don't care.
Xbox has.
They got Starfield, they got Redfall, they got Pentiment.
Oh, I thought Pentiment was supposed to come out next year.
Oh, Pentiment?
I think so. But Pentiment, yeah.
They got Grounded 2. Grounded 2.
They got Scorn.
Grounded 2. Yeah, how you a hardcore gamer, but you don't know. Every guy there's time somebody asks you a question, you be like, I just don't know. When do you want to know, brother?
Brother, Nintendo ain't saying much. Xbox ain't saying much.
What you mean? Yo, every time somebody, I notice that with you, man. You be on all these goddamn podcasts that's popping up, and then somebody asks you a question, you be like, I don't know, every goddamn time, man.
I need some transparency from these companies, man. A lot of them be
Brother, they had a showcase that's last week. Location of the rescue signal. State of play. Nintendo spoke about their stuff in the direct.
Yo, what are you excited for outside of Redfall and Starfield? What you excited for coming from Xbox?
So that's all I know.
Let me help you, brother. Wait. Let me cook.
He said tag me in.
Wait, let him cook. I want to cook.
Hey, my man B Steve was like, I bleed.
Let the man cook.
Y'all actually, what is like?
Hey, yo, that man stumbled over his one.
He sounded like Porky the Pig, bro. He's like, I bleed. That's all. Go ahead, B Steve. Yo, somebody was tagging in for you. I think Chaos was tagging in for you.
Nah.
Hellblade gotta come out next year.
I'm supposed to be protecting it.
Hey, yo, Hellblade don't come out next year. That's a hell, boy.
Like, I can't do no, it gotta be, like, I don't do that. Like, the game, these niggas delay games like they
return to tracking down the heart of iron as soon as
that shit is actually coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do no maybes.
Nobody doing that. Yo, bro, they had the directs and showcases telling you what's coming in 2023.
They gave
They're gonna release a lot. But as far as first party, I mean, we don't need no what they got.
The Starfield and Redfall compared to what is coming out for PS5 in 2023.
I think Starfield's gonna be a big blockbuster hit for Xbox for sure.
Because again, you niggas is counting games as Forspoken. I think that game's gonna be garbage.
Why we gotta be you niggas? Why can't we just be you folks or you people?
Yeah. What's wrong with Forspoken?
Why we gotta be niggas? Huh?
I just think that game won't
why we gotta be niggas? Be Staple? Cause I'm black? I gotta be niggas? We gotta be you niggas?
What's wrong with that game? That game looks amazing to me. What are you seeing?
I think it looks like ass.
Like what makes it look like ass? Yeah.
Yeah, I find it odd that a lot of people are saying this about a black woman on the cover. What don't look good about the game, brother? What don't look? I need specific.
So customizing all those magical abilities don't look pleasing to you?
Yeah, in every game.
No, you cannot.
Oh, you cannot.
You got it, bro. But doing the same shit in Starfield is fun. Shut up, man. Come on, bro. What you talking about?
They showed you the bullets.
It shows you what you're gonna be doing,
and the
bro.
enemy reacted in 5 seconds.
You gonna be flying. Yo, listen. Starfield is a poor man's Star-Lord game. Guardians of the Galaxy, boy. That's what you is. Listen, your poor man's Guardians of the Galaxy, going from planet to planet on some bullshit. You said it'll what? Sell more?
Yo, so
what are you basing that off of, though?
Did you like Starfield showing more than what was shown for?
How many did I say?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I hope that teaches you a lesson.
Like come on, brother. I'm good off that game.
If there was a guy on the cover, would you be saying the same thing?
He wants some man cheeks instead of when you say you're not getting
the reason why I said it because I see a lot of people saying the same shit about Forspoken, but no one can tell me what they don't like. They just say, I don't really like it. I'm like, what don't you like about it, man? Like, what? I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't look that good to me.
Something about it is not adding up.
I just think it looks generic. What I find is like taking risks and being unique. That's why I love it.
Wait a minute. You look generic risk and you eat every day. The stars and weeks ago. How?
Yo, B Staples, if Phil Spencer was on the cover, would you like it?
Listen, I said that I love uniqueness and like taking chances. I don't feel like that game. I don't like it. just a
With
generic.
Forspoken? What?
How is it not taking risks?
The second
You see what time you on. You see what time
B Staples trolling.
I see what time you on.
B Staples trolling, boy. I'm telling you, he's
So
trolling.
is that the only what's like?
No, hold on.
Gameplay wise.
I'll give you a long list. If
When
you
it
make
went
a
with the
long list,
rated M title as well.
You picked up
they
new
were taking
patrol
a
info.
risk.
This could
I mean,
come
there's
in
a lot of
handy.
risks. If you want a long list of things, how about an entirely magic-based combat system where there really isn't any melee weapons? How about the crazy magical parkour? How about an entirely matriarchal society in a world where so far 70% of the people we've seen have been women of darker skin color? How about the fact that it has...
Y'all just said that though. Y'all just saying that they got black girls. I mean, I guess, but like,
You not hear all the stuff I said? How about fingernail-based magic systems? How about that? Magical parkour. What do you got for that?
like that's not.
B Staples, are you telling me that you go to the ice cream shop and you get vanilla and not chocolate?
He don't put no sprinkles on his ice cream. That's
Nothing, bro. That man said, so would you like chocolate? No, I want vanilla. Oh, really? All right. I mean, listen, that's your preference, B Staples. You understand? You like the milk of magnesia colored women? That's good.
What you mean, you people? Damn, that hurt my feelings, man. Nah, I'm trying to figure out your disdain towards you're not giving me anything of like substance other than it just don't look good to you. Which is it graphically don't look good, or is just like
the graphics look okay, but I'm not a graphic guy.
Oh, we know you primarily playing Xbox, so I know that you. But
hey, yo, chill, bro.
my bad.
I mean, that's a fact, though. That's a
my
fact,
bad. I said that out loud.
Yeah, you did. That's a fact. That's a fact, though.
My bad, dog.
Barry won't say that.
See, and that's the issue. All the PlayStation niggas, all they care about is graphics. Damn.
Whoa.
I don't care about graphics.
Yo, B Staples, imagine fixing your lips after you bought a $500 console to not care about graphics. Cut it out, bro. That's why you get this shit you get on Xbox.
Yo, B Staples, do you game on PC?
No.
Okay, so you commonly game on Xbox and Switch. Got it.
No, I have all
Okay. But you're not understanding what about the story you don't know about it. What is not what is it about it that's not taking risk or whatever?
I don't know, man. It just looks generic. I'm not really seeing like something that's really great. Like go out there and spend $70.
Oh, the $70.
There it is. The $70.
Finally. It took 30 minutes, Barney, but it finally came
There
out.
we go.
We already got it. We ain't loud and clear, B Staples. We ain't loud and clear, B Staples.
Got it.
You've been spoiled. You've been spoiled by the Game Pass. I understand.
Nah,
It's all good.
if I'm gonna spend $70
These days,
There's a separate device connected to the control device.
But $70 is the price point now.
These staples, how many $70 games you got this generation?
I'm not making no after that.
Yo, B Staples, did you buy Gotham Knights?
Huh?
Did you buy Gotham Knights?
No, I didn't. I got a game share though. My game share partner bought it. So
Game share. You got game. Wait a second. You got Game Pass and you game sharing? Damn, brother. Are you even buying anything?
Nah, that's what they all say. Yeah, I gave shit. Nah, he bought it.
Damn.
If you think I'm buying a 30 frames per second game for 2022, you drugged out.
But yo, whoa, see, I got you. See, hold on. Wait, hold on, Barry. He caught in the web. What, just 10 minutes ago, he was saying all PlayStation fans care about is graphics and pretty looking games. Did he not?
It's not
Did he not?
frames. I'm a cube activated. You tried it. Huh? You tried it.
So why did God of War put out graphical settings and they have frame rate and resolution? God of War in the impressions and previews, it says here are the graphical options or options for God of War Ragnarok, and it has frame rate and resolution options in there. You just said. You said
these
frame not
these Brooklyn niggas, man. What's going on with these
Frames and graphics to me, I don't know how y'all do.
Alright, so if Hellblade 2, are you excited for Hellblade 2? Oh, I
if it comes, it comes.
Yeah. He been trained, bro. B Staples been trained in the art of the bot. He's been trained.
Hey, yo, shout out to B Staples, bro.
Xbox, you're not excited.
But I mean, it was tough for me. I said, okay.
Did you beat it on PlayStation or Xbox?
I beat the Xbox.
And you had a PS4.
Did you have a PlayStation at the time when it came out?
No.
I see what time you're on.
Wait, so you wasn't playing? So what was you playing before Xbox?
I mean, before
Xbox. He's playing Zelda.
He's playing Nintendo? Like, you always been an Xbox guy since the beginning?
Oh no, but it broke.
So instead of buying a new PS2, you bought Xbox.
Oh.
You bought a PS3.
What kind of games do you not like RPG?
No, the real question
Wait, hold that.
Yo, real quick too. Hold on. Before we continue, I just want to say real quick. Yo, me and Barton knew B Staples for a long time. Like, B Staples know this is on a joke. But I know somebody is not recording. You see what they're doing to the Xbox guys? This is why these Staples are so toxic. They always trying to look. They're picking on him and making him answer all these questions. Oh my god. B Staples coming here. You're saving them. Guys, these are all jokes. These are all jokes, okay? Like, relax. Yeah, I guarantee you there's going to be a space later on where they're going to be talking about how we were hounding and talking about how, well, they so mean to him.
Especially if
This is all these phonies do.
And there's already a space open called the Tony Bastard Box.
Serious? No. I'm about to say, don't do that.
Chico, you host that space later today.
I got you. You know I like.
No, Chico,
I like
you have the drama spaces over there, bro.
Yeah, I was in one of them.
Yo, Chico, ain't you that drama space account? Say it again, huh?
Yo, Chico, ain't you Papa John's?
Hey, Chico, you got like 4 different accounts, don't you? Ain't you that drama space account, don't you?
Now, Persona, as long as you know, do you think I would share clout hidden behind a fake profile picture?
I believe that.
Yes.
I believe we would.
Yes. Yes, I do think you would. Absolutely.
Not the Chico we know.
Yeah, yes, I do think he would. Absolutely.
All the clout that's due to me will come to me. Not sharing it behind a profile.
You see, Chico, they don't understand because they're not like you, so they don't know how we like to be in the clout.
Big ass account. Come on now. I want it all.
Hey, I gotta take off in just a minute, but I would like to ask the host and co-host for an opportunity to make a closing argument based on something that I heard in there. But if I may say a few final words, and I would like to address them directly to the little green elf boy on Nintendo.
They've sent out a device that can neutralize the
Not this time.
He's talking about Link.
Not this time. Link, you know I respect you, but you've been saving that same goddamn princess for 30 motherfucking years, and it's not gonna happen this time. I got mad respect for your game design and the way you push the mechanics of video games forward, but not this time. You have won Video Game Award of the Year after Video Game Award of the Year. You have 14 of the top 10 spaces on IGN's greatest video games of all time, but not this time Yoshi P is cooking that ass.
Hallelujah.
Not happening in 2023. Final Fantasy 16 is going to smoke Breath of the Wild again.
Yes.
This shit. The king is back, and the greater series will finally get its due in this, the year of our Lord, 2023.
You wrote that down, didn't you?
Absolutely.
You were practicing that in the mirror, weren't you?
This man is spitting.
He wrote it down.
That man was preaching. He was preaching.
That was the declaration right there.
Listen, Tears of the Kingdom, is going to be an amazing game. But listen, man, I was blown away with that trailer. Don't get it twisted.
We have to say,
but listen, man, I was way more blown away with that latest trailer for Final Fantasy 16, man.
Right.
It's just a different level, man. It's a different level, yo.
Here's the thing: if you give us a different story with Zelda and not doing the same thing over and over, which is saving the princess at the end, which Breath of the Wild, yes, it was a little different because you had to react to the Guardians, blah 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 blah, whatever. But at the end of it all, what was the ultimate goal? Saving the princess. So if you give us something different, then we'll say something different.
Listen, that's been working for Mario for 30 years.
Yeah, if it ain't broke,
don't get me started on Mario.
Kadeem, weren't you just talking about how you go back Pokemon earlier like that?
I do like Pokemon. That's different.
25 years.
That's different.
No, the hell it's not. That's
No,
all
yes, the hell it
DLC
is.
game is DLC.
Yeah, I want to go back to B Staples, man, because he said he's not interested in Stellar
Oh
Blade.
yeah, I had asked him a question too.
What happened with Stellar Blade now, B Staples?
The excavation site.
I don't know. I just gotta see more of that game. I gotta see more. But I'm sure a little more. I'm not as off Stellar Blade as I am Forspoken. I'll say that. I'm so open to Stellar Blade.
Don't take
Forspoken,
everything.
I've seen it a lot. They showed that game a lot, and none of it has like moved me. So I'm just.
Have you seen the Game Informer previews?
I probably have IGN, one of them guys. They
No, not IGN. Not IGN. Game Informer.
This year. The Game Informer, did they say something different that like everyone else has said?
They showcased something different than everybody else did.
Yeah, I'll watch that later. But I'm just saying, like, they've shown Forspoken a lot. Like, the game was supposed to be out already. It got delayed, but I just haven't been moved by anything that I saw. So I'm just like, you know what?
I mean, a game that you hella excited got delayed too, man. People get delayed out here, man. That's life.
Oh, yeah.
You tough, right?
It happens. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But
So
someone had a question.
Do you like RPG games? Or no?
I like Western
My
RPG. I like both,
curiosity is
but I
soaring through the
prefer
roof.
Western. I'll say that. I
Descendant.
definitely prefer Western to Japanese. But I like both. Like I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. I beat Strangers in Paradise. Like I beat a lot of games. So like I like both. But I
Thank you for securing the excavation
Mass
site.
Effect of Water. Be honest. Because ain't being Mass Effect. That's 101 right there.
How dare you?
Nah, man. Mass Effect. That's the old
Hey,
timer
everybody's
right there.
entitled to their opinion. It's all good.
Nah, he ain't entitled to nothing. How dare you? Put Mass Effect. Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, I
Don't
was
take
about to say,
everything
hold
the
on now.
excavators.
Nah, I love Mass Effect too. Well, I like 2 and 3. I didn't play 1 yet. But I was gonna get that
I only
collection.
played Andromeda and that shit was garbage.
Nah, I think
At launch,
I think you would
Good
like
now.
Mass Effect series, yeah.
Plays a lot of,
But I wasn't copping
Andromeda's good now.
that PS4 collection. I wasn't gonna cop that.
the legendary.
They recently,
legendary.
yeah,
the
the
legendary
legendary.
edition.
They recently, like, what they remake
If
remastered?
they did
it was
a PS5 update with it, then I caught that. Yo, Bayonetta downloaded too on my Switch.
I got it physical. I'm not gonna buy the digital on that.
Oh no, I got the physical collector's edition too.
Oh, so y'all ain't boycott? Y'all wasn't on that wave?
Why would I boycott something I want to play?
Yeah, I'm not boycotting that.
Exactly.
I believe her though, but I ain't boycotting nothing. You know what I mean?
Actually, I got a question for y'all about that boycott thing. If you don't mind.
Hey, go ahead.
So with her boycotting or asking to boycott, do you think that's kind of detrimental to her, the finding of the work by doing that?
I'm
Right.
pushing that, baby.
It is the whole thing that she pulled was detrimental to her. That's why I believe what she was saying. Platinum and all these people can come out and say whatever they want to say, but nobody's going to go to that length to like ruin their career or ruin their opportunities when it comes to voice acting like that if they wasn't being truthful.
So you don't
You know?
believe the people that have
Genitals?
said they've seen the contract?
Oh man,
believe
they
shit.
penis
I don't believe what they
one,
said. I
penis
believe
two.
her.
Can I show this on Twitch?
I believe her what she said.
Oh my god! And you
like
get a
I said,
vagina. Hey, I didn't
if
know
you
it
were
was
in
gonna
that
get this in
situation,
depth.
right?
Penis size unavailable.
Would you,
hey, this is
not to
crazy.
say would you, but I don't think nobody in here would be lying about their point of view or what they would be
like
offered
what the
and jeopardizing their career.
But she didn't. That's the thing. She played
They
with
just showed
words,
that man
right? She
meat,
didn't
just
lie.
like,
She said she was.
Is that what took them a goddamn year and a half, or how long did it take for them to release this game? Because it was
She omitted what seemed like pertinent facts.
Yeah, I mean,
I fully understand.
At the end of the day, she said that she got an offer that she felt was disrespectful. She's worth more than that. So I believe that is to be true. And these motherfuckers like, nah, you ain't getting paid that. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna boycott no game. I love the series Bayonetta, and you know what I mean. I'm not gonna boycott it, regardless if I believe.
Yeah, I'm not boycotting it. That's kind of ridiculous, but
now Bayonetta gonna sell. So hey, it ain't sell the last two games, but this.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to have an opposite.
Yeah. Bringing more attention.
This controversy right here gonna have it selling for sure.
Information collecting to me.
Most definitely. Honestly, to be honest, I've never played a single Bayonetta game. To be honest,
They're good, man. They're good. Like right now, if you want, you can buy the 2 games on the Switch, or you can buy the Bayonetta 1 and Vanquish collection on PS4 or Xbox, and then buy Bayonetta 2 separately on the Switch. So Bayonetta 2 right now on the Switch, they still selling that junk for $60. That shit ain't it ain't like cheap no more, and the game don't sell. It barely sold like 1 million, or I think now it's probably like at 2 million something now.
From what I see,
it barely
looks
sold
like
like
it
that.
neutralizes a certain wavelength.
Game's gonna be fire.
I would be happy to open it up and find out.
Super highly.
You must be in a hurry.
Both Bayonetta games are 90 plus.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 1 I like, but Bayonetta 2, man, yo, that was my favorite Wii U game. Of like everything on the Wii U to me, outside of the remake or remaster of Wind Waker. Bayonetta 2, I was like, yo, I love this game. And when it came to the Switch, I bought it again on the Switch. I love the hell out of that game. So yeah, part 3, I'm super excited for 3.
You're going out like that.
I avoided some trailers for 3 just so I won't get spoiled and whatnot. But yeah, I can't wait for that. This is a crazy ass week and month, yo, because this week, next week, I think the only free week as far as no games is dropping is that Halloween week. From the 31st to like the 5th, there's nothing really coming out.
Yeah, nothing's dropping that week, and then literally that following week.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Like,
Yeah, and don't forget Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope dropped yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Mario Rabbids, but I'm gonna get that later. I'm gonna get it later.
What did you say, Persona?
You really go? Yo, let me know how that.
No, the first game was late. The first game was late.
Yo, the first game.
Yeah, the first game was late. He's sleeping on that.
I have the first game. I just never finished it.
It's fire, man.
It's not even that hard. Like for a strategy game.
No, I'm not saying it's hard.
It's hard. I
S
S-ranked everything.
I'll give it.
Oh yeah, he's going for S rank and all that.
Yeah, I S-ranked everything, and it got really hard.
Oh, Chico, you built different then, bro.
Yeah, this holiday season is looking nuts though.
Yeah, it's looking nuts for Nintendo and PlayStation.
There's another.
The only thing releasing now. Ain't the only thing releasing now this year is God of War Ragnarok?
No, because there's High on Callisto Protocols December 2nd. Final Fantasies the 13th of
stop
December.
sleeping on Sonic, man.
High on Life.
I forgot about Sonic Frontier. I forgot about Sonic Frontier.
Oh yeah, Evil West looks good. Evil West.
Yo, Evil West looks really good. Didn't that get delayed to like December or January, something like that?
Evil West.
Were the same.
No.
High on Life?
Yes, High on Life. Sorry.
Oh yeah, High on Life got delayed.
High on Life might have got delayed.
Yeah, but it's coming out December 16th.
Yo, put some respect. Yo, y'all put some respect on Star Ocean 6. Like,
Yeah,
don't nobody put no respect
I already
on
got that download. No, not downloaded, but that's pre-ordered already.
Yeah, put some respect on
Yo,
that.
y'all sleep on Star Ocean. Star Ocean is very hit or miss, but this one is going to be good, man. I think this one's going to be good.
There's another game I think that a lot of people are sleeping on too. It comes out, I think it's PlayStation 5, PS4. It comes out November 29th. I believe it's called Knights and Witches. It's like a indie roguelite game. It looks insane.
I gotta look at it.
Yo, even Sonic is looking like Sonic
Nobody
looking
give a
alright.
fuck about Frontiers.
Nah, yeah, Sonic looking lit, bruh.
No, actually, Frontiers looks really nice.
Bruh, I'm a no life that game
fire,
before God of War, bruh.
I bet you Sonic Frontier sits at the same score as Gotham Knights.
Nah.
69.
He doesn't deserve it.
Nah,
Please.
the reason why I don't think so is because like, yo, this is like a true like open world Sonic game.
You think it'll be above a
Bruh,
70%?
this is the Elden Ring of Sonic games, bro.
Sonic Frontiers will be an 80.
Alright, Persona, I'm gonna say a 69.
60, 80.
Hey, yo, Chico been freaky this whole goddamn space. First he's talking about dual sense
on the phone with your girl, bro. You right here with a room full of
You know what? I
what's
actually
going
kind
on?
of agree with Cheat Code. Because
No, you don't.
knowing these
Stop
reviewers, they will review bomb Sonic Frontiers. They always
Chaos,
review
you
bomb
really think
Sonic.
they're gonna put Sonic Frontiers at a 69 though?
Sonic Frontiers is the Elden Ring of Sonic games, bro. They're not gonna do that.
No lie,
bro.
I feel like
Don't get
if
me
it
wrong.
gets a
They will
69,
review
that
bomb
can
the
kill
shit out of
franchise,
Sonic.
Bro,
I know they
So
will.
Persona, you said in the 80s.
I think Sonic Frontiers will be an 80 to an 81.
I don't think it breaks
I'm
70.
saying 84.
I say it does not break 70.
I'm gonna say like maybe like 75 to 79.
Oh, y'all disrespectful. Y'all disrespectful.
Low 80s.
Yeah, y'all disrespectful.
But J Bar, you saying we disrespectful? What, like outside of Sonic Mania, which they hired some random guy from the internet making Sonic games? When was the last time we've had a good Sonic game? Why do you have this hope? What is it
Generations?
vested in?
Listen.
The last time we had a good Sonic game was
Generations.
Yeah, and the blue bird, he needs a game, and I feel like.
Did you just say Sonic? Did you just go all the way back to the Game Boy Advance? Which really?
It was a good Sonic game.
Nah, man, this man went to the Game Boy Advance to find a good Sonic game.
Nah, bro. Yeah, Generations was good. I think review wise,
I don't think the Sonic formula works anymore, man.
But that's why they're switching up the formula. That's why they're switching up. Now it's open world.
I mean, Sonic Mania was good, but like I said,
no,
that wasn't even. They got some fan who made games off the internet using Sonic because they said we can't even make a good Sonic game anymore. This guy on the internet is, and they hired him to do it.
Sonic Colors was good too.
Okay.
Sonic Unleashed was good.
What?
I liked it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't cap for that.
What?
Sonic
Yo,
Unleashed.
we got Sonic having
it.
relations with humans. That's what they've done with the franchise.
Hey man, he got to spread his royal oats.
Yo, they giving Sonic guns and everything. Nah, man. Don't get me wrong.
They only gave guns to Shadow.
Yeah. No, but listen.
Shadow the Hedgehog was the worst.
Sonic is a beloved franchise.
You remember that Shadow game?
Shadow
PS2.
Man, who knows about Sonic?
Low key,
Rumble
I was
from the
mad
GBA?
hyped for that game, for that Shadow game.
I hope it's good though, because if it's not good, then I don't think Sega's gonna I don't know, like the Sonic franchise, like in video games.
Sonic games.
They're never gonna stop.
It's gonna sell.
Nah, the thing is, Sonic needs to just give it. Sega needs to give it to a more competent studio, man. If they drop anybody,
nah, bro. Team Sonic is lit.
Listen. If they drop the ball on this Sonic game after the runaway success of both films, and they can't turn around and make a good game while riding the momentum of the films that are some of the best video game movies ever, nah, man, they don't deserve Sonic.
Nah, you ain't gonna Gotham Knight Sonic.
Game sells.
You're not gonna Gotham Knight Sonic.
Man, you got.
So is Gotham Knight an
nostalgia
insult
tinted
now? We're
goggles on.
using Gotham.
Yeah, that's that. Every one thing I noticed with the gaming community, when they have a game set in their eyes that they want to bully, they're gonna constantly bully, regardless of what is being shown to them. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like, oh no, this game is gonna be trash. This game is gonna trash. And Sonic is one of those games that gamers bully.
Nah, Jay Barry, you know what it is, bro. You know what it really is. It's like this. If BioWare was one of the most renowned studios, in my opinion, during the 360 era. and then they gave us Andromeda, and then they gave us Anthem. They have exhausted their bank of goodwill and faith, and that is the same thing for Sonic, man. Like, what have they done to make you believe they can produce a good Sonic game?
We got to bring up Anthem.
Yo, are you getting a new Pokemon game on Chico?
Am I getting a new Pokemon game? No, because I haven't played a Pokemon in 20 years, and then I tried Arceus, and then I knew exactly why I dropped the franchise 20 years ago with Gold and Silver.
Chico, you ain't with 20 years old, man. You like 21.
I'm in my 30s, but I appreciate that anyways.
Yeah, like
Good man.
You letting that light skin glow. My bad, bro.
Yeah,
the light skin glow.
My girlfriend saw a picture of me of my youth versus today, and she said, you age like a fine wine. I didn't know if I should be offended or happy about that, because I don't know if she was calling me ugly or good looking now, but either way, I didn't like the compliment.
I mean, from your girl, so it's all good.
But still, it's like, are you saying I used to be ugly? Like, what are we saying here?
Isn't Resident Evil 4 going to be a PS4 game as well, the remake?
Yeah,
PS4,
I wanted to ask
PS5.
a question about that, but yeah, well, about Capcom in general.
Yeah, because they're not showing a PS4 version of the game. It's only PS5 version.
I wouldn't show it either.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, I'm talking about in the store, in the PlayStation store.
Oh, in the store.
Oh, they might be showing it, J Bar. You might have to click on the 3 dots, and then you'll have a drop down menu when they hide it. So if you're on a PS5 in the store, because this happened to me back with Sifu, if you're on the PS5, click on the 3 dots, and then you'll see the versions expanded.
I click on it. It only shows standard. On my friends list, it has one person pre-ordered this game so far, and guess who it is, guys?
Persona.
Nope.
RDG.
Broken Games HD.
Look at Chico trying to tell a PlayStation Nation how to do shit on the PlayStation Store. Holy shit,
Chico, ain't you a bot?
God damn.
I told you, I play the fence. I'm a little slut when it comes to these console wars.
I don't know if a grown man should be calling himself a slut.
He said he a gamer.
Hey, don't put your limitations on me.
You right.
Yeah, but someone with your fanboy mentality.
I'm not even a fanboy. What are you talking about, man? I own everything.
It just just depends on how I wake up that day, man. If Xbox or Sony's getting it,
Yeah, B Staples. So what's the difference between me and you, B Staples?
Nothing. We both gamers.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Don't answer.
Don't answer. Don't go in those secret chats on my bar your pony. You know what I mean?
I tell you the difference. One person playing at a lower resolution than the other. I'll let you decide which one that is.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I bought Gotham Knights for y'all, for the people.
Yo.
I'm trying to be an influencer. yeah. Yo, listen, when I drop my Gotham Knights impressions, I should have over 5,000 views, man. You heard what my man DJ Killzone said.
Barry Black.
Yeah.
He like the color black, but you like a race a little bit. You light skin.
Yeah, I'm caramel, you know what I mean? But
you're not gonna do that, Bar. You're not caramel. I'm caramel. Yeah. You like beige.
You are definitely not no caramel.
I knew that we could turn this gaming conversation back into a colorism one again. Where's DJ Killzone?
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, my man DJ said, "Blue fish, red fish." Nick that patty whack.
Yo, I don't know. Hey, J Bar, I don't know how you let that go on as long as you did.
No, I was intrigued.
I told y'all, Barry too nice, man. I be telling him.
No. He was DJ Killzone. This man cool. He ain't no issues. Like, I was really trying to see where he was gonna go. I understood where he was going, but I just felt like it wasn't the right timing to where you were going. But I was trying to hear him out, man. You know what I mean? I'm here for the people. I'm entertaining the people.
That's a good moderator.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Even my man Papa G, he was confused. He said, "What the fuck y'all talking about?" I can't.
Word.
Word. Hey, J Bar.
A lot of people were confused. I was listening to that when I was in jury duty. I was listening to that shit. I said it bad. I was like, "What the fuck this dude talking about?"
I got a lot of DMs. They're like, "What the hell's going on?"
Look at the comments on the space.
Persona, that's why they dismissed you from jury duty. All those reactions you were having, they thought you were touched in the head.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, this man got some weird facial expressions going on
Hey,
right now.
real quick, Jay Barry. I know this is a little bit biased here, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The second I hear that a game runs natively on Switch and is day and date like Sonic, I instantly got my doubts. No cap.
Oh yeah. I listen. I forgot what game was also announced for Switch, and I was just like,
Hogwarts Legacy.
Was it Hogwarts?
Yes,
Genki,
and I don't know if it's on cloud or native yet.
Genki said that Genki he plays the Switch version of Sonic Frontiers at, I don't know if it was TGS or something else, but he said it looked like ass. He said it looks terrible, but he said the PS5 version looks like really beautiful. So
Which is crazy because he also said, I think of that same show, that Final Fantasy Rebirth ran really great on the Switch.
I can see that because
you mean Final Fantasy Core Reunion?
Oh, sorry, Crisis Core Reunion. Yes.
I'm about to say, hold on. Let me
Wait,
Google
what is Rebirth?
Isn't Resident Evil 4
7 remake?
Resident Evil 4 is coming out for the Switch too, right?
No, it's not.
No, Resident Evil 8 is getting cloud, but they already.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Resident Evil 7 and Control were the first cloud games ever, but they were Japan only. So they've been doing this in Japan for a while.
Yeah,
with
but it's
cloud
the cloud.
They did it with Kingdom Hearts 3 too.
No. But I'm saying Resident Evil and Control were the first cloud games they did, but Resident Evil was Japan only.
I remember Control because I did the whole beta or little testing that they had with Control on the Switch.
I couldn't imagine playing full price for a game on a Switch that's running through the cloud. Fuck out of here, man. I could.
Yeah, like what are they running on a Switch? Like the server is based off of like a Switch, like it's a customizable.
It's running in the cloud. It's
I know, but what is the actual server, like the rack? Like is it a customized Switch?
I don't work at Microsoft. You got to ask them, man.
I don't know, but it's very weird. It doesn't feel like when you're playing on hardware. It's very strange. It's a convenience, but I would never voluntarily do that. I think.
Bro, I would to buy, like, to try a game, sure, but to actually buy a game that's not running natively on my console,
especially when 50% of the premise of the Switch is being able to play your games on the go, and you completely eliminate that option.
Right.
Yeah.
Switch. These Switch fanboys gonna buy it though. I'm having fun. I get to play Resident Evil on the toilet. I get them.
Listen, man, you can't be critical about the Switch, man. If you say that you don't like a certain color of what Nintendo do with a Joy-Con, they gonna throw up a space talking about PlayStation fanboys is dissing the colors for the Joy-Con. Yeah, these dudes out here.
I didn't mean it.
Switch fanboys on a different level this year, bro.
I don't know. Y'all hear me? PlayStation fans trying to talk shit when they
I can hear you.
Games was optimized.
Hey,
what y'all talking about?
Are we talking about Bluefish and Redfish?
Yo, Jay Barry. Shout out to the boy Optimus. But do you remember that space where Optimus Code was just riding on the Wii U games? You remember that space? I know both you guys were in there.
Mm-hmm. I remember it.
I think I took my first L in a space right there.
Yo, real. And the thing is, I love Nintendo. Like real talk. Like I'm a big fan. What everybody's. I own everything with Nintendo. You know what I mean? I'm one of those dudes. But it's just sometimes like, yo, certain things you can't defend.
I'm even getting that Pokemon Switch. I know. Don't judge me.
Yo, the thing that you have to understand about Nintendo, right? Nintendo is and will always be just the side chick, right? She'll never be. Hold up. I'll put this.
Selling 120 million consoles ain't a side chick move.
You said Nintendo is a biscuit.
Nah, check at the top of the screen right there. Right? Nintendo's a side chick. Let me tell you why, right? Nobody just has a Nintendo Switch outside of being a child. Now, you have a side chick because she's gonna do the nasty things your main girl won't do, But she ain't gonna. You ain't gonna marry her, right? You ain't gonna make her your only
Y'all choosing the wrong girls to begin with.
Listen, I know how Twitter works. I know how Twitter works. That was cheat code that said that. You DM that man.
Hey, Chico's. Hey, I say, hey, check it.
That won't even do half of what you want to do.
Yo, check it. I say with my chest out across the screen right there. Always just a side chick.
But Chico said he got a side chick for the Rusty Trombone.
Hey, yo, Chico, so are you admitting today?
Of course not. I got a queen. You know. Why I need a side chick?
Smarten up. Open the market up.
Yup.
Wait.
That man
Great
trained.
answer.
That man trained.
Listen, my man. I'm in my 30s, right? I'm looking for love and marriage. But I wasn't always in my 30s. Now, come on now.
I respect
Chico
it.
said he had a life. He had a past. He had a life before he was saved.
I was trying to put that light skin energy to work. Come on now.
Absolutely.
With great power comes great responsibility. You think I'm gonna squander this?
Chico run around telling girls they love it.
This is why light skinned dudes get made fun of. Exactly. These motherfuckers really think they got powers.
We do.
No, y'all don't.
You really don't.
Yeah, we do. It's always y'all haters, man.
Hey, see, they say we don't have powers until we steal their girls, and then it's a different tune. Then they
Yeah.
mad at us.
Yo, I was about to say something wild.
If you stealing my girl, that's not my girl to begin with. So I don't give a fuck. Take her.
There are suspicious
That's typical dark skin energy.
That was
We're
like crying
assuming
over
that they're
spilt
carrying
milk.
the heart of iron.
Did you a favor?
We got you.
Beacon. I'll send the details.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This face was
We've
inspired
received
today, man. I
information
want
about
to go flying by.
I'm about to close it up, to be honest with you, because I'm about to order this Chinese food, and I need my cell phone.
Whoa, hold up. Actually, we still got another hour to go.
Absolutely. Yo, DC. Hey, listen.
Let them know what the fuck you know, bro.
DC said 2 words, and then he come out with a blue talking about you got an hour to go. DC, listen, man.
Got another hour, Maury.
We got my man Upper Room in the building, man.
Come on, let's go. Yeah, you about to get 2 hours.
Been driving. Well, kind of what we do though, right? But like saying one thing, right? There's the power of that role play. My wife is my side.
What?
You know, that's how we that's a light.
So wait, you pretend that your wife is your side chick?
Yeah, I be tricking off with my wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta hold on.
Upper Room. It's like
Hey, yo, that's love. That's love.
That sounds like a dude who wants to stay married. Shout out to him.
Hey, yo, that's Hey, yo, that's the first time.
Hey, that's one of y'all. That's a dark skin right there.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard.
Once we take back all about it, we'll send over workers to restore everything. Detecting a volume device connected.
Do you call her different names?
Yo, you still in Florida? Oh yeah, so you can't wait to get home.
Upper Room. Do you call her different names?
No, because
You want to get punched in your face? Calling your wife a different name? Crazy.
We role playing, bro. We role playing.
No, that is not.
I don't know, brother.
What you mean? She got different.
Listen, I'm just trying to find out how immersive this experience is. I'm taking notes. I'm listening because I might need to try something. Go
Yo,
on. I got questions.
Nah. If I use the wrong name,
imagine cheat code being like, oh yeah, I learned some stuff from the internet. Let's try it out. Gotta clear this thing. Yo, Shorty gonna be looking at you like, what?
Hey man, listen. If it works for him, it might not work for you, but you know what I mean. It works for him. That's all.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Retrieving a lot of enemy information.
Definitely different strokes.
Alright, listen. Hey, you guys are some damn liars if you ain't gonna say you try some shit you learned off. Cut the shit.
What do you think the teenage year for?
Yeah, like not no grown man in his 30s. Like, you're in your 30s. Talk about, hey, I learned this from the internet.
Hey, I'm always trying to, stay up to date with my game. It's like doctors, even though they graduated medical school, they're still, doing research about the latest studies.
Nah, I don't know about studies in 2022 though. They don't wear.
The vultures well past this area were carrying the heart of iron.
You do have to.
Their
Upper room,
destination
no
is
one
ultimate.
here is eating ass. Stop it. We're not going to do it.
Hey Chico, you just say you gotta be like a doctor.
Hey, yo,
Get your rusty trombone on.
If y'all about to start talking about that, I'm gonna make my exit.
So we could definitely close the space. They doing all that.
Oh, yeah. Not DC agrees. Sorry guys. Thank you guys for.
Hey, we don't have to.
Yeah, y'all go to a place. I do not want to partake.
We're not pivoting up. We're gonna talk about ass.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go start this.
So we can close this goddamn space because I told you I'm about to open the school. So these kids they come from school.
Yes, it was.
That was you. Don't.
I was definitely in the space with Upper Room and Chico. They was talking about how to properly eat ass and all that.
No,
shit.
don't say we were talking. We weren't talking. He was talking.
You was agreeing.
Yeah, he was like put on the bib and
him and Dark
all that
Moon.
type of shit.
That's him and Dark Moon's thing. That ain't me.
Yeah, man.
Just because I'm an advocate doesn't mean that's my only thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm diverse. I have a whole genre.
Giving too much of your personal business, Upper Room. Hey, Upper Room, you giving too much of your personal business. Go on and.
He said sex education. Listen, man. I just want to say this, man. Every single goddamn time I do a space up in here, y'all just come and disrespect me, man. I be having the topic right there on the title, and then y'all just switch it up.
We talked about it.
You know what I mean?
J Barry, now you know damn well that
Yeah, I remember I was doing a space, bro, and somebody was like, they came in and it was like they had a grievance with somebody, and it was like they didn't give a fuck. Like it was like, nah, man, I don't know why this dude did. I was like, yo, brother. you took the opportune time to just talk about it. Shit, let's just come up in here, huh? It's all good.
It's a Vulgus supply chest.
I feel like it was probably
We're on the
me
right
getting
track.
attacked, and you probably allowed it. I'm sure.
No. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was I forgot who it was. It was somebody else.
Oh wait, was it that day Muck came after uni?
Oh no, I instigated that. Nah, we ain't gonna reminisce the space. We talking about ass.
That was one of the crazy. No one It was like five different fights happening.
That is No. I was just fighting. I was just listening.
Every space had a cheat code intervention though. I know that.
Yeah, but that's because you guys were orchestrating.
I ain't orchestrate shit.
Nah, you had beef with a lot of people, man.
A lot of people ain't like. A lot of people have beef with you, cheat code.
Listen, as a light skinned brother, I can't allow that. You having all this beef.
Man, what? What's up, bro?
Who that? My man Game on Brian.
What's up? What are y'all doing? I know Brian was light skinned when he was mad at Stone for putting up water.
Oh shit!
I knew
it's gonna be
that
messy.
was like the epitome of light skin. I was like, what?
Yeah. I have
this a light skin. This a real light skin.
That was light skin energy right there.
We all have our things. And good morning. So it's not
that was definitely some Chico the Barge.
You never touch a dark skin or semi-dark skin. Light skin shit all the way through. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You bad at
How many did I say?
You ain't but ask her what brand of water she drink. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. Yo, but go ahead, Brian. What's good though?
I was just gonna ask something. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You go first, man.
No, you go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna ask you either one you play. I just got
Listen, that game got too much rats for me.
If I wanted to use rats, I would just go outside and
yeah, I just go to Brooklyn. Absolutely. Yeah, but we listen, we live in New York, but we don't care about other boroughs. So if we want to go to Queens, Brooklyn, I see raps, but
Boy, I
you know
know
what I mean?
you ain't talking. As soon as you step out the subway in the Bronx, you step in the shit.
Absolutely
Don't
not.
go to the Bronx
Absolutely
with your
not.
nice shoes on.
Absolutely not.
Especially
You out
if
here
they,
tripping.
especially if
Yeah,
they white shoes.
That lasted a while.
yeah,
You
don't
absolutely
ever go
tripping,
to the
man.
Bronx with nice sneakers
Listen, don't go to Queens if you want to breathe. They got all these pollutants
I
out
know
in
you
that
ain't talking
motherfucker.
when
Hold up,
Queens got.
What?
I know you're not
Hold
talking
what?
when Queens got the most suburban areas out of the boroughs outside of
You are
Staten
tripping.
Island.
You are
What are
tripping.
you talking about,
You are
brother?
tripping. You
Somebody
are
give a fuck
tripping.
about the Bronx, bro?
That ain't the suburbs. That ain't the suburbs. That's New Orleans.
The suburbs. What you talking about? The Bronx. Ain't nobody going to the Bronx for nothing but the
Hey,
big thing.
what you mean, man? You want to play golf?
Brother, the only thing people go to the Bronx for is the Yankees. And that's in the train station, so they ain't even
Yeah,
got a
you making it seem that's like a light thing.
No, I know.
That's a big deal.
What I'm telling you, that's all your borough.
Hey, I'm gonna call you your sport.
Y'all
I don't know what the fuck going on. What's the Queens courthouse?
Don't worry about that, brother.
Hey, yo, Brian, that was it that you wanted to say, or not?
No, that was it. I just got here. I had to get off.
Oh, you got off when it went left. We were talking about black people and civil rights act and all that.
I did not.
Oh man.
Don't listen on speaker towards the end. Let's say that.
Why you coming to this panel with your I'm talking to the shorty voice, bro? Like you got this small.
Oh, no,
What's going on,
I'm
brother?
also waking up too. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. All right.
Yeah, he definitely had it like a little, you know what I mean,
Like
like
you jumped on the
R&B
phone with
voice.
Shorty. You feel me? Like, okay.
Nah, I played
Persona, what you trying to say? Persona, what you
I
trying to
did
say? You trying
GTA
to
about
say
like
the
8
man
hours last night, man.
Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, y'all be coming up in here with the Jones on the phone voice, man. Like.
Yeah.
Baby, look at the sun, the moon, and the stars. I want to take you to Peterluga, baby.
It sounds a little weird, but like, yo, Barry, the sun,
And I just wanted to because I know you guys got the job and grab the Plague Tale as well. So
nah, the only reason why I didn't get Plague Tale Rec Room is because I didn't play the first one yet. So I didn't want to jump into like the second game just blindly like that. So, but when
Barry not gonna play that serious, though.
I thought you had a Game
Pass.
Pass.
I have
You don't
it.
have
I
Game
have
Pass?
it. No, I don't have no Game Pass.
Wait, AJ Barry, did you
Game
ever try Inscription?
No, I didn't download it yet. Bro, there's mad games that I'm playing like shuffling through, and finally I'm like, you know what? I just got stuck with one. Got SD Gundam Platinum. I'm still playing that shit. 'Cause I want a certain Gundam online. I want that reborn online. And
Yeah, I'm working on that right now, actually. To try to play it. I'm playing it right now.
The game is lit, bro.
Gundam. Oh, you tripping?
I'm not listening to you because you said Final Fantasy 15.
It's a bulk supply chest.
Anyway,
Ooh, there you go.
Anyway,
Hey, can I ask a question?
What you said?
Yo, Jim Gaming Dad, what up, bro?
what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, people upset at you, man. They say you betrayed them. Why you betrayed the Xbox, man? Oh, shit. So you're not gonna play Hitman?
I have no idea. Are you saying you're satisfied with your purchase, sir? Is that what I'm hearing, sir? Yeah, you told me. And I got my money's worth with my PlayStation 5.
Oh shit.
Oh wow. D Staples, how you feel about that?
Yeah,
Hey,
B Staples, what's your retort?
I made the same. Okay, let me say this. There are more passionate players that I am excited to be amongst in this space than I have ever felt or seen with Xbox. There is no conversation that I've ever heard. Hold on. This is legit. I've been with Xbox since like 2008 and before that. But there has never been a conversation that I've had with Xbox where they are literally going back and forth. Not
Looks like
arguing,
you're gonna have to do your
but
thing
just
again.
actually talking about the full play of the game. Like,
See, Jim Gamer, that's your mistake. If you ain't getting your life threatened, or at least docked once,
Hey yo, Jim, what's my man name? Jim Gamer Dad. Listen, bro, I'm gonna give you a little advice, man. Yo, that gun right there, yo, you just put a target on your back, heavy, bro. Like, how long you been in the community? Have you been in the community for a while?
I would say it's probably been, I've known cheat codes for like.
Yo, y'all gotta stop name dropping me. Name dropping me today has went way left. Like,
yeah, Chico, you know everybody, huh?
No.
A popular dude.
Yo, someone gave me some praise today, and I'm like, first of all, everyone in the room stopped listening to you right when you said that, and second, then the man went on a 2-hour tangent, and I'm just like, now Jim Gamer just got a PlayStation. The man's flying too close to the sun. He's trying to provoke all the way to the bottom. Your nudes are gonna be out. Your address is gonna be out. You're gonna be meeting people at the outlet mall. You better watch it, Jim Gamer.
Beat me at the outlet mall.
Yeah, yo, listen, bro, listen.
Y'all are very nice.
Jim Gamer, you flying too close to the sun.
He Icarus.
He's into it. Hey, you know what? No, hey, Jim Gamer,
Yo, I've been in this community for a long time, but it took me a while to build up a system. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yo, you said these motherfuckers they don't know how to get passionate.
Yo, this man ain't
Sound like he just got tired.
He hasn't even pulled a little plastic sticker off the black part of his PlayStation.
Yeah, he's already full blown punk, man. That man was in the store. That man was in the store when they cashed him his PlayStation. He just stood there, smiled, and said, "I'm home."
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. That yo, you gotta follow for me, bro. Say something that bold. this you got something. You know what I mean? You there? You good?
And they say these phony toxic. Man. One person goes out here and he's got like 40 followers. Let him know you really ain't scared. Throw your Yo, just say people on the internet. Like, don't say Chico. You're not gonna get any like good praise.
Chico, you in too many men's DMs. That's why everybody know you.
Yo, like public service announcement. The second you say like you got your cheat code, like they stop listening to you already.
Yeah, everybody came in here. It's like, yeah, I know cheat code, man. We used to DM all the time. Like, what's going on there, brother?
No, I was the Xbox.
Yo, it's like 5 people in here right now that think that this Jim Gamer Dad is cheat code also now. Yo, so what kind of magic you got going on? How you talking to that 2 different accounts at the same time?
Yeah, man, true.
How many did I say?
No. Jim Gamer Dad, you're a grown man without a mustache.
Oh man, you ain't gotta go there. He said he shaved that on purpose. That's on purpose.
The man looked at himself. He said, "I'm gonna keep all this facial hair, but this mustache, that's what's gotta go." He looked at himself in the mirror and said, "Yes, that's the look," and snapped his fingers.
But really, truly, man, it's good that you finally, came on home to the PlayStation Nation and playing these great games or whatnot. I'm not saying that Xbox was terrible, but yeah, I can understand somebody in your position that have bought a whole bunch of consoles, keep buying, because this is so expensive. He's telling you keep buying, and then you're just like, yo, man, why am I keep buying this junk for, man? I'm depriving myself from all these experiences.
Jim, because he's hyping you up, Jim. He's hyping you up.
But after 100 years, it's now starting to strike.
How many did I say?
Like the last Xbox One X that I had, that I had before I sold it, so I could go and get I think my Series X or whatever when I pre-ordered it from Microsoft. I'm just saying, like, I have had every single console before that was the Battlefield edition that I had when I got that back in 2017. I'm just saying, I don't buy just the ones. Like, I was getting like this
Coming
because
for
I
you,
was like,
don't
yeah,
they?
man, I'm getting this. But I'm
Like
just
you're
like,
famous.
now I got my PS5, or no, I got my son's PS5 early this year, and I'm seeing all the games that he's playing, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna yeah, I did. I was like, hey, buddy, why don't you come in here and play Xbox with me? He's like, no, Dad, I don't want to play that.
So your son was playing great, and you was playing the waiting game. So he was like, I gotta hop on the PlayStation.
Yeah, and then I would show him the games that I had on or I'm gonna go ahead and play Ratchet and Clank like you got when I got on this PS5. And he didn't play any of that. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm just thinking playing, these other games that I've had since before the series.
Oh my God!
Before the series.
Nah, guys, I have a revelation. He's going too hard, guys. He's going too hard. He's trying to infiltrate the pony community. He's going way too hard. We gotta watch our back.
Wait, Chico,
I can see that. I can see that.
I think he might be trying to infiltrate. He's going way too hard, too fast. I'm telling you.
Hey,
something ain't right.
Oh shit! See, it come to light. There you go. There you go.
So, Jim Gamer Dad, you're not excited for No Man's Sky? I mean, Starfield? No, I looked at that game, and the first thing that came in my mind was what it looks like is Andromeda, the massive.
Oh, damn! You ain't got to disrespect my man B Staples like that.
Okay, you don't have to. You trying to start problems. You're trying to start problems, man.
Yo, Gamer Dad, if you open up your DMs and you see like message requests, you know, from people you don't follow, those are probably death threats right now. So just letting you know in advance. Be careful.
How many did I say?
Yeah, they definitely
I'm not excited for Pentiment.
I think you guys can.
Don't nobody want to play that storybook ass bullshit.
Me.
You don't like
Goddamn.
You don't like Scorn, you don't like Grounded, you don't play. No, me and my son have had so much
What about Super Lucky Scale?
fun playing that.
Hey man, Super Lucky Tale. I think people receive.
Super Lucky Tales is on the PlayStation also.
Whatever that Destruction All-Stars game that came out where you jump in the cars and all stuff.
All right, if you, hey Jim, wait. If you about to come
Halo,
up in
Gears,
this
and Forza.
space, if you about to come up in this space, fun, we got your ass.
Hold on. Destruction is a fun game. It's a fun game.
It can be a fun game.
The game is fun, but the content is lacking.
Nah, you know what? You know what?
Hold up. The only problem with the All-Stars is that
How many did I say?
And not enough people were playing. Yeah, they had 3 servers for the game and 3 regions. Oh yeah. You couldn't really get like any worldwide play or any type of like full lobby in the game. But I know they added a whole bunch of content now.
Yeah, but the actual gameplay was
yeah, it was fun. Yo, it was the destruction was great. It took advantage of the PS5 like tremendously. So.
Hey, I'm just saying
We're picking up the Heart of Iron signals.
for like $20.
As
And we
expected,
loved
it's
it.
moving towards the
And I
destroyed
mean, we still play
sanctuary.
it. So I'm just saying,
Head
like that
towards the
game.
destroyed
We didn't
sanctuary
play it
now.
online. Like I didn't buy all that stuff to play it online or whatever.
You
but
paid
I'm
for it? I thought it was free.
Sorry, I thought it was free.
Oh no, it was free. He came late. But Jim Gamer Dad, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, man. Keep my eye on you. You know what I mean? I watch you with my good eye. I watch you. What you mean, B Stable? I know you hurt because he ain't excited for Starfield. Now you want to get upset. Why you over there sobbing, bro? What you mean? I welcome you, man, when you bought your PS5.
Ain't no way through saying Starfield like Andromeda.
See, I told you he's sobbing over that Starfield. I told you.
Before we move,
now we ain't gonna move on.
Because Persona some faults. The best part of Destruction All-Stars is when How would that
How
be
many did
chalk?
I say?
Chico, now you going too hard. Yeah, now you going too
actually
hard.
played the Trash All-Star?
Chico want to come off as
Persona,
like one of the
you
fake
and I
Lucci.
have been interacting for 2 years, and every time you've ever asked me that question, my answer's always been yes. I don't talk about shit I don't play, and my gamer tags are public across all
Detector
platforms
activation
except
confirmed.
Switch, because who the
Secure
fuck
the
knows
device
Switch
and
code?
find the location of the poison injector.
Chico, you trying to be too new. You know what I mean? That's your problem,
Too
right?
neutral. I got no allegiance to these boxes, bro. I like greatness. I go where greatness
You know you don't like that Xbox. Only reason why you're on there because you get a bargain.
Hell yeah, bro. You think I'm gonna dispute that? And I get a bargain deal, and every now and then they're gonna get an exclusive on the play.
Shit, you somebody recording
Yo,
yourself.
listen, I just got really self-conscious because I just heard my voice back. Do I really sound like a little bitch like that on Spaces?
Yeah,
you do. Yeah, you do.
Hey, you said it not us.
Killing himself.
I'm even gonna cap right now. How do you campaigning? I feel
How
quite
many did I
insecure.
say?
That was
God,
awesome.
that's the Bluetooth in my car, but
Yeah, that kind of.
hey, yo, listen, you said
Hey, listen, check this.
you want to get a true answer, you gotta act the audience.
I ain't mad at y'all, for being honest, but I ain't gonna lie, like, there's nothing you could say that's gonna make me feel worse than how I felt when I heard my voice just now.
Well, I mean, you gotta ask the chat, right? Ask the audience. Tell the audience for the platform.
Nah, I heard him.
Really and truly, I don't think nobody likes listening to
How many did I say?
I don't like listening to myself. I'm like, goddamn, imagine listening to me for 2 hours all this all goddamn day. I wouldn't want to listen to that shit.
You know what's even worse?
Talking bar like talking to a rattlesnake.
Nah, yo.
Hey, yo, that was too funny, Persona. Yo, you been holding that one, huh? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we go. Hey, we can clip that, by the way. We gonna clip that, just so you know.
He had that in the tuck.
I'm feeling, bro.
Hey, you know how I just said I heard my voice back? I remember the first time I spoke to some girl. She said because it was a phone call. Yo, turn your goddamn volume down right now.
Yo, up and doing that on purpose.
Yo, take it.
He definitely do that.
My girlfriend, what I found surprising, your voice is not good. And I'm like, I don't know what to take of that. But now
Yes, it does.
Nah, if I didn't see a profile pic of you, I'd have definitely thought you was like a Chico the Bar type.
Yo, no, you didn't.
No,
he didn't say
wait, what?
No, I didn't.
Hey, yo, guys, stay quiet. Come to the space. I appreciate it. What? My bad, Chico. I was waiting for Persona to say something so I can retaliate to the joke.
Hey, listen,
You got caught.
Listen, I know I'm kind of crazy, but I can't even, like I said, I can't even be mad about it because after hearing my voice on the speaker, like there's nothing you guys can say right now that can hurt my soul more than it hurts right now.
You said Chico.
I'm gonna do this shit, man. You sound very.
God damn.
Hey, yo, the reason why you sound short, so he got an echo from the lower.
Are you
trying
to say that I sound like an elf right now? Yo, hey J Bar, get a hold of your space. Let's go back.
I'm about to end this right here. I told you I'm about to order Chinese food.
Yo, I have a question for everybody.
Listen. I know when these
Now, real quick, bars, before you end it, real quick, I do have a question. That's actually on top, right? After work,
8 inches. 8 inches.
Real quick question. So,
That's how you get kicked off speaker saying
Don't
shit
put
like
that
that.
over here. Don't put that over here. Persona, don't put that over here. That's that light skin shit I be telling you.
We don't claim that. We don't claim that.
Chico said you call me short. Hey, yo, upper room, ask the question, man. For Chico.
Okay. So my question, right? Because listen, I'm admittedly mad that PlayStation made very good right? But y'all know why I talk about it. There's a hype.
How many did I say?
Like, when that shit comes to life, I think I'm going to be happier for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad that it's happening. The end result makes me super fucking happy. So, like, the same shit that I get talk about like that. Like, if it is something super special, so exciting, you know what I'm saying, with this,
or it might be deviation the game that they showed that looks very similar to COD as well.
Yeah, but I'm going with SOCOM because SOCOM makes me happier, right? Even if deviation is making SOCOM, I don't care. I'm going SOCOM, right? But the point is, like, is there something that can justify this hidden showcase? Like it
Legend of Dragoon remake. 100%. Like, yo, if they do the showcase in like November or December, something like that, and a Legend of Dragoon remake is there, or Resistance, or Infamous remake, I'm happy.
What the fuck? Cut this shit with these remakes. Enough with these remakes.
Oh nah,
they complain.
Hey, T-Code, I think the problem is, like, when we talk about, like, things that we don't know that have been announced, we can only talk about remakes. Games that's not out already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I just want new IP. I'm over this.
I want a Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I want.
Yo, they need to start putting out new IPs.
I do think Bloodborne. I do think a Bloodborne remaster or something is on the horizon.
Oh yeah, that's going to my y'all going to my shit.
I heard
I'll be down day one for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, all right, cool, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima remake. Ghost of Tsushima.
They don't need a remake. It needs part 2.
Oh, nah, I want a remake before part 2. You gotta have the remake before part 2, so part 2 can be funded. You feel me?
Take kindly to you eliminating that
What about Sly Cooper?
Oh, nobody agree? All right, cool.
No, I'm with you, Barry.
I would rather a new
I would rather end in this space fucking order this goddamn Chinese food.
Yeah, I know you don't got
because if I make a phone call, let me try this.
Nah, you get an order through Uber Eats, dog. Just Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? Type that order in, baby.
Y'all don't walk
See, let me tell you something about life. Let me tell you something about life. The best food cannot be ordered through Grubhub or Uber Eats. The best food. This Chinese food place is called Dragon City. It's in Co-op City, and it's the best Chinese food that you ever had. They're not indoor that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's use Grubhub.
That must be your place.
Nah, they took a sip. They took a sip. I know you ordered a drink before. You had that straw in there. They took a sip.
Yeah, I don't order a drink.
Have 2,300 fries.
How many did I say?
But yo, I really do have to end this joint.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'ma holler at y'all later. Anybody that want to do a space later, just let me know. To fire it up or whatnot, I'll join up or whatnot. But I gotta order the food, man. You know what I mean? For these little kids.
The man hungry.
Yo, let me know when you get that SG Gundam. I'm ready to grind.
It's not even for me. It's more for
Little Barry.
Yes, sir. And I got my heated blanket on. So yeah, Barry mode. Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you guys coming through. Everybody that came through. Hopefully, you guys were entertained. And shout out to my man DJ Killzone. Hit that man with a follow. Show some support. To my man, so he can grow his community and grow his life. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gone.
Peace, y'all.
Before I leave, what's up, PlayStation Podcast? We are streaming Gotham Knights at 6 Persona. 6:30. So if you guys want to see Gotham Knights being showcased, come on through, man. It's gonna be a good, fun stream. I don't think Persona even started the game yet, so he's probably doing a fresh startup. So that's pretty cool. Matter of fact, no. I think you have to play the game, get up to the Belfry the second time, so you got to do the tutorials, so you can unlock co-op.
Come on,
Hey, J-Bar, before you start this, can I just plug something real quick?
Sure.
So November 19th, nothing's gonna change. Xbox will still have no games. No one gives a fuck about Pentiment.
Absolutely. Game of the year. Make sure if you guys play on Xbox, make sure y'all foot dip on Pentiment. Play it for about 5 minutes and give you your thoughts in a Twitter space right after. But it's your boy J-Bar, guys. I'm gone.
One down, one to go.
That lasted a while.
Oh, Lord.
It's 84.
Bother me.
It's 84 on PS4.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, that's a lot, but it's like whatever. It's not like, I mean, you're talking to somebody that played Ark Survival Evolved, so my game was taxing. Like I had like that game alone was on like 148 gigs.
I can't believe you made me install that thing. I uninstalled that shit like 5 seconds after we tried to play it together, and I was like, "This is it. This is it."
Come on.
Yeah, you need somebody to hold your hand in a game. I get it.
No, that game had no third-person story with a bow and arrow.
It does have third person. You do have bow and arrows. You got guns.
It didn't have the Sony touch.
You got all kinds of stuff.
It didn't have the Sony touch. That's all I'm saying.
It didn't hold form.
Very mid game. All right. Let's get into it. Microsoft making its own mobile gaming store. Remember, like I think like a month or 2 months ago when this whole thing started. Remember when I was telling you that Microsoft is not worried about Call of Duty. What they want is King. So, in a filing to CMA, Microsoft detailed its plan to create a new mobile store that will rely on Activision and King games. Microsoft says that the acquisition will allow it to, and I quote, scale the Xbox store to mobile and to attract gamers to a new Xbox mobile store. Ham, are you psyched for this?
Psyched. I mean, would be a little much, but I'm excited for them to bring it as part of the ecosystem. Sure. I mean, if there's quick ways for me to get gamer score by playing something like Candy Crush and stuff like that, or let my daughter play some games without ads all over them, and I mean, just little things like that is nice, and it's all going back to hopefully like the rewards program and all of that stuff being tied together. And I know that rewards program is like a sore phrase or sore statement.
It's really not.
Something.
It's really not. I forgot to tell you, honestly, when we were doing the show last week. Remember, man, I can't say his name here. But I did tell you that people from Microsoft got in touch with me. That was for real.
Oh yeah, because you were sucking up to K Mega. That's right.
Oh, fuck off. Dude, I mentioned it a couple of times to K Mega. K Mega's like, don't worry, I'll go talk to my people at Microsoft. I'm like, this dude right here, man. Come on, whatever. I paid it no mind. And then like actual Microsoft people got in touch, like verified accounts.
That's cool.
And yeah, the gist of it is Microsoft Rewards is separate from Xbox Rewards. They are working on Xbox Rewards in the region. I can't say more than that. They did give me more, but I can't say more than that. And it's not a sore spot for me. Xbox Rewards is really not a sore spot for me. Because I got a lot of information.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
that's really good to hear.
I got a lot of information, peeked a little bit behind the curtain, and yeah, I'm not really that miffed about it. I'm not gonna be bitching about it every time someone posts some shit about Xbox Rewards. Check me out bitching about, oh fuck Microsoft and all that. No. It's not that bad.
Dang, I'm excited to talk to you about this off.
Yes. Oh, dude, this shit, it's fire. It's fire, honestly. Too big. What up? All right. Moving on, the company, Microsoft obviously, also acknowledges that shifting consumers away from the App Store and Google Play Store on mobile devices requires a major shift in consumer behavior, which is why it hopes that by offering well-known and popular content, gamers will be more inclined to try something new. With this switch to mobile, right, my big concern is it seems like Microsoft is stretching itself a bit much, and I'm concerned that we are going to have to pay the price for that. Do you think there's any credence to my conspiracy theory that with all this expenditure, Game Pass is about to go up in price?
I'm pretty sure since they have this whole family plan thing coming out, that we can rely on the price that they're about to induct. I don't think that they're gonna have this thing in a family style with it in trial in other countries.
Colombia,
and then all of a
Colombia. Nothing against Colombia. I like cocaine as much as the next guy. Nothing against Colombia. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, having that added to it, when I think about the family plan and me, my buddy, my wife, and my daughter all being in the same plan and whatnot, I'm hoping it's going to scale around 25, no more than $30. per month. But like if they do that, then I feel like that's probably the price that they're going to stick to for quite some time. I honestly think it's going to be about $25 because they want to kind of be close to that third tier of Sony. So it seems like, oh, just spend $7 more and get so much more and be able to show.
Okay, but what about people that don't want to get the think that they will be spared?
I think you might see the price go up to like $18.90. 17 or 18. I think Sony's third tier will be Xbox Ultimate's tier at some point in the near future.
All right. So
I do see that going up, but I see them also, you know, like I said, $7 more. You get a family plan with a bunch of people, so it almost pushes you to spend a little bit more and get a lot more features, or a little more accessibility. Is a better way to put it.
Well, this is a prelude to one of the subjects that we're going to cover in the main show, because it's like Microsoft needs money. Okay, so lastly, in the same document, Microsoft also highlights how revenue from King's games and other mobile titles such as Call of Duty Mobile actually represented more than half of Activision Blizzard's revenues in the first half of 2022.
The success of this mission is in your
That's
hands.
crazy, right? That more than half of Activision Blizzard's mobile in terms of revenue.
Why would you be surprised by that, though?
No, because you look at all the discourse, everyone's stressed or pressed about Call of Duty, but more than half of the revenue is just mobile.
The heart of iron is only a tiny.
I want to keep something real crispy right now.
All right.
We and those that talk about gaming are nowhere near everything. We essentially just are opinionated people that feel like we have some sort of credibility, but in all honesty, we're the last person that gets talked to about anything like
basically we make up the minority.
We're essentially like conspiracy theorists until we hit a developer or a marketing person or something like that over the head with something that we either think they didn't know and they might actually slip up and be like, oh crap, I didn't think of it that way. Or, you know, like the only time we really get to like having any sort of real influence when we're extremely helpful or pointing out something that they didn't, or pointing out something that they honestly probably didn't know. But other than that, when it comes to a style or a way that they're going to do stuff, they're looking for the pocketbooks first before they even care about anything that we say. And then on top of it, sometimes it's not good when we have too much influence. I mean, to be honest, like Halo and stuff like that, I feel like fans got a little too much influence and a lot of bad things happen.
Well, speaking of mobile, NetherRealm Studios announces a new Mortal Kombat game. Warner Bros. Games and NetherRealm announced Mortal Kombat Onslaught, a strategy collection RPG on mobile devices set to release in 2020. So hell, we are excited for the pocketbook of Warner Bros. Right? They about to cash in.
I mean, it's really interesting what they're doing with DC Universe.
Oh fuck! Have you seen Black Adam?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Have you seen it?
And then the no, I haven't seen the movie at all yet. But
are you going to?
I'd sure like to. sure would like to.
What?
I'm probably gonna try to with the family at like maybe like a matinee or something like that.
What is a
maybe like a midday show.
Oh,
Like that.
during the week, kind of empty.
Yeah, exactly. I like going to the theaters when it's like that.
I heard
But,
there was a long queue today. The end movie. My colleague went to watch and was like, dude, there was no tickets, and apparently it's sold out like for the whole week until next week Friday. I'm not gonna see it.
yeah, I want to try to see it in IMAX. I want to try to see it in IMAX. But yeah, I mean, not Marvel. The WB got they have their chest out right now.
They have their what out?
Their chest out.
I heard something else out. Oh yeah. Because of The Rock or because of
well, it's
Gotham Knights.
I mean, it's The Rock. It's the way that they're just kind of moving in the background. It's the new head of the helm over there that said, you know what, screw all this crap. We're gonna do it this way.
Damn, cancellation after cancellation. That guy's gone bold. What is his name? Welcome Oz. We're talking about the dude. I think it's Strauss Zelnick or something Zelnick. The dude that's taking captain one of the.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Hardly. I want to see that. I'm sick. I really want to see that. Alright, so you're not psyched for Mortal Kombat Onslaught?
How many did I say?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not psyched. No.
Well, apparently the monetization is going to be gentle, according to NetherRealm statements. So we'll see how that goes. Netflix opens 5th studio in cloud gaming push. This is from Gameland as usual. Hold on. Oz, you there?
Loading.
Yo, look.
Is his name Strauss Zelnick? Did I get that right?
No, it's Bob Chapek.
Oh, so who's Strauss Zelnick? What do I keep saying that name?
That's the rock.
I thought it was.
Entering
That's
the
who?
center of the sanctuary.
The rockstar guy. That's the Take-Two executive. It's the.
Oh yeah, that's the guy. He's the guy who said that Microsoft acquisitions are cool.
Talking to that woman.
Yes. The guy who was saying it's cool that Microsoft making these acquisitions. I don't know. He seems kind of shady. Bob Chapek. All right. Well, Chapek is not playing around. Okay, so moving on. Netflix opens 5th studio in cloud gaming push. Netflix opens yet another development studio as part of an increasingly serious push into gaming, spearheaded by cloud streaming services. First off, Ham Solo, have you played any of the Netflix games? Just one, bro.
No.
Come the fuck on. Not even one?
I don't even know how to play them. Like, how do you go to
freaking?
You have to download them on your PC.
No. Just open the app on your PC, on your tablet, and go to the game section. I played one of their zombie games. I forgot the name, and it was pretty good. Like zero ads. It was that good. There was a short, concise story. The gameplay was forgettable. It was decent. It really was.
It sounds like it's always forgettable. You don't even know the name of the game.
Alright, settle down. Have you played any of the games on the Netflix app? Stop laughing.
Nope. Damn. The thing is just silly, man. Like, go to the store.
Not the store. No. You get into the Netflix app. In the Netflix app, there's a tab for games. Don't it stop being
okay,
square.
so can I find this on TV?
Yes, no. I don't think I've never tried it on my TV. I've done it on my laptop and I've done it on my tablet.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's some sus stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like
your
movies.
sus.
Like, that's not my platform.
Man, guys, I got paid to push Netflix games and now you're Alright.
Why don't they just make it an F1 like why don't they either just make it part of the Game Pass?
What? What are you
Just
talking
make it
about?
part of the Game Pass.
Well, in a statement, they said that they wouldn't be looking to compete with console and PC gamers, according to one of the executives. So that's why they didn't put it on Game Pass.
What happened to the Heart of Iron?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one.
It sounds like it's one of those things that just like, look, why would I do that? Why would I want to go play some cell phone games from Netflix when I have, a console with like proper AAA games? We're not the target market. I think the target market is more your cat.
Oz, you picture this, right? You're going to the village to go see your grandma for the weekend. There's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And it's Saturday, everyone's napping. What are you supposed to do? Go out and play with the goats?
No, like when I travel, I the game I write. But if I do inside the game, I have like this Nintendo and Sega app on my cell phone, so I just play emulator.
Netflix gaming dead on arrival. I got it.
Or wrong.
I got it. I'm gonna lose. Anyway, next, Cyberpunk 2077 has had 1 million active players each day for 4 weeks in a row. Are you
No, because the TV show brought it back, and the game is running good, and it's a fun game. Like, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, the one thing I am surprised about is that it's not a multiplayer game, and it's
that's insane. That's the craziest thing about all this.
Right, exactly. So, like, other than that, I'm really not surprised because it is a legit good and fun time. And, it's having that DLC coming and whatnot. And they announced, we're not done here. We're actually going to be making another Cyberpunk game. Like they are literally taking, their cake and they are eating the hell out of it.
While baking another.
And you know what? To be honest, it's good to see because that game was supposed to be bad on launch.
Yes.
And it was.
Yes.
To see them go from having their game sold at like $10 on Best Buy and nobody respected them. They put their head back down and got to work. This is really immense hope for anybody that screws up in the future and currently. So obviously the team at C43, and other teams that are having problems internally where they can't get things on track properly. This is a really good sign as to you can do it if you care. So I think a lot of other studios in the future will be looked upon as, are you going to be like CD Projekt Red and put your head down and get back to the drawing board, or are you just going to give up? I'm really happy for the guys out at CD Projekt Red. That's insane to have that kind of a turnaround. Just because last year at this time they were clowned. They were still being clowned. They were still being clowned over 11 months later. They were still getting clowned, and it took them literally a year and a month or so that just to be looked at as playable, even though the older consoles still aren't good. People have finally started to make the move to the next gen or to PC, and that's where they really doubled down on is the newer consoles and stuff like that. Which not sure they didn't make any strides for for the old gen. They did. They definitely, you know, put some time and some, you know, updates into the old gen, but they went on ahead and just came out with it and just let everybody know, yo, this was our problem. We screwed up, and they took care of business. It took them a while, but they did it, and look at them now. It's like, it's insane.
Going back to the point about the hype and when this thing came out, dude, the last time I was this hyped for a game, it was Metal Gear Solid 4. There's no game I ever pre-ordered like months and months before. I had cleared schedules. I had freaking told the family I wouldn't be available. The kids are having such medical emergency, just fucking figure it out. Dude, it was me and Cyberpunk for 7 straight days. That was the plan. And then when that happened, it was heartbreaking. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I had my snacks out. I had turned my phone off. I was ready to go, man. And just fucking... I will get around to playing Cyberpunk before the DLC, or maybe I'll do it like a month before, and then I can clock the game and then jump straight into the DLC. But right now, man, I'm still sore. I don't judge anyone that is playing the crap out of Cyberpunk. It looks fantastic from what I've seen, but I'm still very sore about launch day. Like, really, really sore. Oz, are you happy that Cyberpunk has made this resurgence in terms of player count?
Yeah, man, I'm over the moon. So it's probably my most played game.
Period.
Period. Like, I mean, I checked my stats on the Xbox when they had their anniversary. And
Xbox people play games.
Those who are not worthy.
Never mind that. People on Xbox buy games because I know Cyberpunk's not on Game Pass, so you bought that shit. Damn, bro.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it actually, and I was lucky because me buying it coincided with me getting the Series S. It was almost like I got it at launch with the Series S. So and the Series S ran that thing like battery speed. And
I was still on the One X.
The One X
the heart of iron fall into Karel's
to
hands.
Ham's point though, in regards to just like it being an example for other devs. I mean, can you imagine if BioWare had done not just Anthem, but Mass Effect Andromeda, which never received a single DLC because of course EA,
you only
give me
money. You only bring up Mass Effect Andromeda because Coast is here. This guy.
No, but you know what? To a certain degree, I enjoyed Mass Effect. I'm still playing it now, actually. But yeah, I'm more than happy. My favorite game, I personally is probably
Descendant, get out of here.
Situations. I love that game.
No.
I don't know, like I think the only thing I'm looking more forward to is that game and its expansion pack to see what they do with The Witcher. But yeah, for those guys, that's a full redemption arc they've earned.
Dude, hot take for everyone listening. I'm not a big fan of The Witcher combat. The combat is just so grating for me. Maybe I'm not good at it, but it just doesn't work for me. And yes, it's crazy that the 1 million active players for 4 weeks. I checked the rest of the games in that group, and Cyberpunk's the only game that doesn't have like online components. The rest is like freaking Destiny, Minecraft, all these other online games. It's insane.
Here's another hot take for you. I reckon that game is gonna go on to outsell Witcher 3 in its lifetime sales.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's selling for like $5. No problem. It'll do it. No, and it looks better than Witcher 3. It plays better than Witcher 3. Of course, it's gonna sell for. It's got more.
And then don't forget,
popular
we're still
appeal.
waiting for the Witcher next gen updates.
How many times are gonna re-release that game? Witcher and Skyrim. Just leave it alone and let's start working on
It
something else.
deserves it. Like great games should be
No,
enjoyed by generations.
they can
Especially since these guys don't know how to make new games anymore.
they can buy a PS4 and play the old Witcher. Next, we have Xbox Elite controller. I mean, PlayStation are still manufacturing PS4s, so it won't be a problem to find them. Xbox Elite controllers are finally officially customizable in the Xbox Design Labs. Ham is $209. Okay, no, sorry. It starts at $150. Is $150 too much for a controller?
Yeah, not really. Not for a customizable one.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there's controllers out there, like Scuff, like has like controllers that are like $250, $300.
Christ.
So is $150 too much? Yeah, maybe for you, but I mean, to be honest, no, because you can do all sorts of stuff, and those controllers come with a decent warranty for the most part. So, we're talking about the Xbox one, right?
Yes, although you're talking about the components, the 151 doesn't have the,
It's unfortunate that we couldn't retrieve
the
the Heart of
customizable
Iron,
components.
but
It's
at
the
least we stopped the
209
Vulgus
one
from getting
that
their
comes
hands
with
on it.
the components.
No,
I guess
no,
it's
no,
a
it has
half-hearted
customizable.
success. It's said that the Heart of Iron is a relic made by the architects and stored in Albion, way before the Vulgus ever landed on Ingress. If that's true, there might be records of it in the history of humans. The sages are going through every book in the library. It's gonna take a while. With operations in the Vulgus, the fewer the better. Oh, I'm dying. Hey, you! Do something! With operations in the Vulgus.
The Void, is it? Have you heard of an organization called the Dark Knight? Before the apocalypse, around 150 years ago, Kingston used to be the capital of the Grania Kingdom. Records show that the Dark Knight was a group of violent rebels. Eventually, they were subjugated by the Royal Guards. But the problem is, in a record written by the Royal Guards, at the time of the subjugation. According to the record, when the Royal Guards attacked the Forest of the Dead, the base of the Dark Knight, the leader and a small number of members took some treasure of Dark Knight and fled to the Red Desert. It turns out that the name of the treasure is the Heart of Iron. Moreover, it's been said that the members of the Dark Knight called their leader the Descendant. I couldn't find any records
That should
of
be the
why
name of
they
the damn
headed
game.
towards the desert, carrying the Heart of Iron. But my guess is that there is a high chance of the Heart of Iron still being hidden somewhere in the Red Desert. The Vulgus are probably unaware of the Dark Knight. This time, we must acquire the Heart of Iron before then. Go to the Red Desert and look for traces of the Dark Knight and the Heart of Iron. Rational time and space. Don't take everything the excavators say.
I'll do Red Desert tomorrow or something, bro. I'm done.
What if they're descendants that excavate and guard the site?
All right, y'all. Peace out.